From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Ben Orloff, Mr. Dollar, at Continental Insurance Company in New York.
Oh, yes, Mr. Orloff. What can I do for you?
Did you ever hear of a place called Virtue?
Are you kidding?
I'm very serious.
Oh, wait a minute. Virtue, South Carolina?
That's right.
You, want me to go down there?
Yes, if you will.
Do you have a bulletproof vest and a couple of extra handguns I can take along?
My one suggestion would be that you do not take along any firearms. After all, ex-gangsters...
Yeah, I see what you mean. All right, what do you want me to do?
Our representative has his office in Georgetown. He can give you the whole story. His name is Joseph Pigatello.
Got it, Joseph Smokey Pigatello? The guy whose name was linked with Murder Incorporated a few years back?
Yes, Dollar, Joe Smokey Pigatello. You, sure you want this assignment?
Well, I'll tell you this, Mr. Orloff.
Yes?
If you don't have to pay off on my insurance policy before I'm through, well, mister, this is going to cost you a whopping big expense account.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Continental Insurance Company, Georgetown, South Carolina office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Village of Virtue matter. Expense account item 1, $47 even, transportation and all the incidentals I could think of, Hartford, Connecticut to Georgetown, South Carolina. Item 2, $1 for a cab to Continental's office on Screven Street.
Hi, Dollar. I'm Joe Pigatello. Glad to see you. Sit down.
Thanks. Now, look, Joe, before we go into this matter, there's something I'd like to know.
Sure, pal. Ask it.
Just what are you doing in the insurance business?
Look, you remember back in New York just before Tom Dewey took over as DA? The great holy racket buster?
Yeah, and I'm sure you do.
Okay. Well, I was just a young punk then, but I was a bright one. Ambitious, you know. Finished up my high school, started taking law.
You studied law?
Why not? I could have cleaned up. You know, mouthpiece for some of the mob, some of the boys I knocked around with. But then Dewey came along, broke up the racket, so I gave it up.
To do what, Joe?
Oh, you know, this and that. Chicago for a while with some of the boys Al Capone left behind. And down near the border at San Diego for a while.
Smuggling narcotics across from Mexico?
Then some of us tried Las Vegas, but we didn't get any... What was that crack?
Well?
Listen, I'm clean. You make a crack like that, you can prove it, okay. If you can't, don't say it.
You were telling me how you got into the insurance business.
All right. Where I'm taking you on this case, don't talk like that. The gents I deal with don't like it. And don't forget, whatever you think about them, you could also be wrong.
Okay, Joe.
Two kinds of wrong, Dollar. Just plain wrong and dead wrong. You see what I mean? All right, as I was saying, how I got in this insurance racket.
As you were saying.
Well, some of the boys from New York and Chicago and around did pretty good. Instead of blowing all their dough on booze and dames and big times, they were smart. They leased an old plantation up in the valley north of here on the PD River. The old Caraway plantation. It's right next to the town of Virtue.
Great name for a hideout, I'll say that.
I didn't say hideout, Dollar. It was just a nice, quiet place where they could live it up in a nice, quiet way. And at the same time, they wouldn't have any cops around their neck.
No police in Virtue?
Nobody but old Paulie Caraway. Anyhow, after 6, 8 months of taking it easy, mint juleps and hunting and fishing instead of being on the lam all the time, well, Johnny, you wouldn't believe it.
What do you mean?
Well, they all settled down there to spend the rest of their life. They all went respectable. Every last one of them.
You sure of that?
Well, it's been 20 years now. Can you be any more sure than that?
I don't know. But go on with what you were saying.
All right. I got an idea. I signed up with this little insurance company. Then I went up to Virtue and made the pitch. They're all respectable now, and they got to make like respectable people and cover themselves with a lot of insurance.
And it worked?
You remember Lefty Stemper?
The old-time numbers king from Chicago?
Right, bookies, slot machines, everything. Old pal of mine. So when he told the rest he was buying insurance, well, Johnny, I got policies on every one of them. The rest of the town, too. On their life, their homes, everything.
Okay, now let's get to the point. What's happened up there in Virtue?
Trouble, Johnny. Old man Caraway phoned me.
What kind of trouble?
Well, 20 years now, the boys and the people in Virtue have been getting along fine. The boys have been behaving themselves, and the people in town are all nice people. Until a couple of weeks ago.
What happened?
Bully Magoon had himself a nice little fishing boat. Had it ever since he went straight and moved in up there. 20 years ago. Now somebody stole it.
Well, why don't you just pay off his claim and forget it?
Listen, a couple of days after that, Mr. Avery, that runs the general store in Virtue, had his boat stolen.
So you'll have to pay another claim. But small ones, Joe.
Will you listen? Ever since then, not a day has gone by that somebody hasn't had something stolen from him. Mostly the people in Virtue. Boats, cars, money, furniture, anything you can think of. The people blame the boys, and the boys blame the people. And, Johnny, there's going to be a civil war in Virtue unless somebody finds out who's doing this. And if that happens, there's going to be a lot of killing, and, well, with all the insurance I've sold, me and the company are going to be in trouble.
Well, can't you get the state police to come in?
State police? In Virtue?
You said it's a real respectable community now.
Yeah, sure it is, but, well, dragging them in might really start things off. That's why I had to send for you.
Look, why don't we go up there so I can see for myself?
Sure, Johnny, sure, but... Hey, open your coat.
What?
I mean, if you're going to take along that lemon squeezer, well, take my advice and don't.
You've a pretty sharp eye, Joe.
Johnny boy, I can spot a shoulder holster a mile away. But so can some of the boys up in the valley on the plantation. And I don't want you to end up with a slug between your eyes.
Real respectable people.
Well, shall we go? My car's outside.
Into the Valley of Death rode the 600.
Huh?
At least a couple of them.
What are you talking about?
Nothing, Joe. Let's go.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Our flag now numbers 50 stars, and behind each star there stands yet another flag representing one of the 50 states. Florida state flag bears the Red Cross of St. Andrew in sympathy with the flag of the Confederacy on a field of white. Centered over the cross is the state seal. Within a golden circle, the sun, an emblem of glory and splendor representing absolute authority, peers over a highland in the distance. Flowers, a symbol of hope and joy, are scattered by an Indian maiden, indicative of the Indian influence within the state. Centered is the cocoa or palm tree, an emblem of victory, justice, and royal honor. Florida state flag, the flag of the 27th state to enter the Union, was adopted in 1900.
And now, Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Village of Virtue Matter.
Joe Pigatello, erstwhile gangster turned insurance agent, led me out to his car, and we headed north out of Georgetown, South Carolina. After 20 miles or so, we swung onto a side road paralleling the PD River. Then finally, we came to the old Caraway Plantation. Acres and acres of huge old live oak trees, festooned with Spanish moss. Flowers, millions of them. Azaleas, iris, roses, rhododendron bushes aflame with color in the afternoon sun. Then, at the end of a broad, tree-lined path, the fine old colonial mansion with its towering pillars. The property faced the curving, lazy yellow river, and lying across it was a broad expanse of marshy grass, crisscrossed here and there by canals, through which the slaves in olden times hauled the rice crop to the riverboats. Yeah, it was a beautiful spot. A calm, quiet, peaceful spot. Apparently.
Well, here we are, Johnny. Let's go in to see if anybody...
Whoops!
Hey, hold it, you punks! It's me, Smokey!
Smokey!
Who else? Put those guns away. You want to get in trouble?
Don't you guys know no better to come barging in this way without letting us know you're coming?
Come on, Johnny.
Sure. Nice, peaceful spot, huh?
Who's that you got with you, Smokey?
Boys, this is Johnny Dollar. He's from the insurance company. Johnny, this is Bull Magoon.
Yeah.
Hi.
And this is Lefty Stemper.
Hiya.
Johnny Dollar, huh?
And the shrimp there is Flippy Lakovich.
Hiya, Johnny. I'm pleased to meet you.
What? That's away, Flippy!
What
did you bring here, Smokey? A dick or something?
Yeah, Dollar, what's the idea of packing a rod?
All right. Let him go, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Look, he's on our side. He's up here to find the stuff that's been stolen.
Yeah, we don't need no outside help.
Oh, you've found who's behind the thefts, huh, Lefty?
No. If it's any of your business...
It
then I
is
don't
my
thi-
business.
You're interrupting me. Yeah, Dollar, shut up. I say we'll find out who's coming over here from Virtue and taking our stuff ourselves. And when we do, we'll eliminate them.
Right back to the old days, huh?
If we got to protect our rights.
How about letting me have my gun? Well?
Hear that, Flippy? He wants his gun.
You make a move the dollar and I'll flip you so fast that
Oh, you mean like this?
Hey, it's Flippy got flipped.
Attaboy, Johnny.
Yeah, the shrimp finally got it. Hey, Johnny Dollar, you're okay.
Anybody else want to get smart?
He caught me off of guard.
Expert, huh, Flippy? Well, you ain't anymore.
Now, Lefty, I'll take my gun.
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, you're okay, Johnny Dollar.
All right, now let's get things straight. I'm not the cops, but I'll drag them in if necessary.
Oh, no, listen.
You listen. I'm going to try to stop what's going on around here, and if any one of you interferes, I'll have you locked up so fast you won't know what's happened to you.
No, wait a minute. Now, listen to me, will you, Dollar?
Well,
Look, I guess we're all kind of shaky. You know, we're sort of somewhat upset by the events of the past couple of weeks or two. You know what I mean?
Lefty, Joe told me that if the burglaries, robberies, whatever they are, go on much longer, there's liable to be a war between you and the people of the town.
We ain't worried, no. We got enough guns and ammo stashed away around to shut up.
Bull.
Oh, yeah, sure, Lefty, sure.
I'm sure you have. But if you ever expect to make peace again with the townspeople, if you expect to stay on here...
We got at least 15 years to go.
Shut up.
Okay.
All right, look. All we got here is our hunting rifles and our shotguns and a couple of pistols in case of a snake, you know, while we're hunting or fishing here in the swamps. A lot of cottonmouths around here, you know.
Yeah, that's a fact, Johnny.
The point is, I didn't come here without providing for any and every exigency.
What's that mean?
Oh, boy, what a dope. It means if anything happens to him, we're dead. Now, ain't that... isn't that right, Dollar?
Right.
You see?
Now, give me a hand, cooperate with me, and maybe we can clear this thing up. Don't, and I have only one alternative.
What's that mean?
Shut up.
And that's to have you legally ousted from here, out of the state if necessary.
Oh, now, look, Dollar, we'll cooperate. Now, I don't mind telling you, we love this place. Look, it's the only real home we got. Flippy and Sadie, we got Bull and Mary and me and Nora. Maybe we got records, all right. Some of us maybe did time for some of the little jobs we pulled, huh? But we've been playing it straight since we come here all along the line.
It's like I told you, Johnny.
Yeah, honest. Look, that's the way we want to keep it. If the people in Virtue will just leave us keep it that way. And you know something? I don't get it.
Don't get what, Lefty?
Well, over 20 years, everything's been nice and okay, huh? Now they gotta start this.
What about the losses they've suffered?
Hey, ask me, Dollar. They're phonies to cover up for robbing our stuff.
Nobody asked you.
Oh.
Maybe they think the same way about your losses.
Huh?
Yeah. Now, where's the owner of this place? Caraway?
Oh, yeah, he's over in Virtue at his office.
Office?
Sure, he's a mayor and a police.
All right. Joe and I are going over to see him.
Now, Johnny...
Smokey, will you please don't go? They see you guys coming from here, they're going to take a shot at you. That Caraway told me so.
Yeah.
Sure.
We'll take that chance. Come on, Joe.
Well, I'll tell you, Johnny.
Tell me along the way. Come on. The more I thought about the whole thing, the sillier it all seemed. Yet it was obvious that even after 20 years, Lefty and Bull and Flippy might think of only one way to settle their problems, with a gun. And if the people of Virtue were feeling the same way. But as Joe and I walked along the main, the only street of the little town, there were no signs of hostility or even suspicion toward us.
Now, look, Johnny. If those bums back at the plantation are making this trouble...
Why? Why would they, Joe?
Well, that's what I don't get. But what if they don't like your interfering and decide to knock you off?
Then I'll probably go to my grave unmourned, unremembered.
Yeah, but you told Lefty you'd provided for every exigent... For if anything should happen to you.
Yeah, and he and the boys believed it.
And if anything does, Huh?
Yeah. All I can hope is that they keep on believing.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Sometimes a quotation is a helpful thing because it points out some wisdom that helps us to lead better lives. Here's one that struck me as being very wise and true. Dr. Samuel Johnson, that wise and witty man immortalized by Boswell, said, quote, "It matters not how a man dies, but how he lives," unquote. A man's life may be long or short, but the way he lives it is the important thing. It's important, no matter what he does, that he have integrity. loyalty, and honor, and a sound code of conduct. Enlisting at the age of 17 with his parents' permission, Corporal Charles L. Gilliland found himself, soon after his 18th birthday, in a narrow defile in the middle of the treacherous rocky terrain of Tongmangni, Korea. At 2:30 a.m. that moonlit morning of April 25th, 1951, Corporal Gilliland's Army unit, Company I, 7th Infantry Regimental Combat Team of the 3rd Division, became the focal point of a murderous assault from Chinese Communist forces. The fighting became brutal and bloody. The brunt of the attack was directed up the defile guarded by Gilliland with his automatic rifle. The slashing barrage of small arms, automatic weapons, mortar, and artillery fire was dropping the men all around him. Gilliland faced the full force of the assault and, advancing against tremendous odds, poured a steady fire into the attacking forces and eventually halted them. For valiant and heroic conduct, Corporal Charles Gilliland was awarded the Medal of Honor. Although in age, he still may have been considered a boy, he had lived and died like a man.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Village of Virtue Matters.
Joe Pigatello and I walked the main street of Virtue, South Carolina, unmolested, virtually unnoticed. And we found the mayor, Parley Caraway, in the little shack that served for an office.
I'm also the police chief, Mr. Dollar. Don't you forget that, sir.
And you found no clue as to who has been committing the robberies?
No, sir. None whatsoever. But who else would do it? They're all three of them ex-gangsters.
Sure, ex-gangsters.
Why, Mr. Caraway? Why would these men suddenly want to make trouble with their friends, your townspeople?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Unless, of course, they think they can take over the way they used to take over gangs in the old days.
After 20 years of a happy relationship?
Mr. Caraway, they never made a bit of trouble in all that time.
I know it. But the fact remains that unless this trouble stops, after all, Virtue was here long before they came, unless it stops, I say, I shall have to break their lease and make them leave the plantation.
Oh, they pay you pretty well for it, huh?
Enough to keep it in good repair.
Say, that's a beautiful ring you're wearing.
Huh? Oh, yes. 2.5 carat diamonds, sir.
Yeah. And is that your nice new car out front?
Yeah, it certainly is. Ain't it pretty?
About $8,000 pretty.
Say, didn't you have a new one last year, too, Mr. Caraway?
Of course. I try to have one every year. But now,
Tell me one thing, Mr. Caraway.
Yes, sir?
If you really think the robberies around here are going to cause so much trouble...
Oh, I do. That's why I contacted Mr. Pigatello.
Well, why haven't you called in the state police?
Because I am the mayor of Virtue. I'm the police department, and I can take care of these things myself. And now that you gentlemen have witnessed the bad blood between these gangsters and the people of the town, well, sir, I'm going to throw them off that plantation.
In spite of all the money they've been paying you?
Yes, sir, and I'm sure you gentlemen will back me up in... all the money, did you say?
Enough to keep you well-dressed, well-fed, and fancy cars.
And now, look here, sir. Do you realize how much that property will bring?
Well, that depends. How much have you been offered?
I'll tell you how much. $124,000.
Ah.
How did you know?
You just told me.
Well, now, listen.
You also told me why you've been robbing the people of Virtue and those men at the plantation to stir up bad feeling, give you an excuse to get them out.
What?
Johnny, you're right.
Now, just...
Caraway, if I do call in the state police, it'll be to have you locked up.
No.
And if Joe here has any sense, he'll tell the insurance company to bring charges of fraud against you.
You said it.
Oh, but the money. Think of all the money I could make selling the old place.
Now, where's the stuff that's been stolen?
It hasn't been harmed. It's stored away, carefully stored away. I was going to give it back when those men left, and I could sell the place.
Give them their stuff, too?
Well, I'd make up for it in cash, every cent of it in cash, yes. I'd say it was for breaking the lease. Truly, Mr. Dollar.
Now, you listen, you old money-grubbing crook. You're in trouble.
You'll call in the state police?
You bet I will. Unless...
Unless what, sir?
First, you lay off the plantation. You've leased it to those men. Let them have it. And return all the stuff you stole.
Oh, but if they find out...
Well, you figured how to get it away from them. Now figure out how to get it back. Discover it, anything you like.
Well...
The point is that if you don't get it back, I'll tell them where it is. And you know what that'll mean.
Oh, yes, sir, Mr. Dollar. I'll get it back.
Also respect that lease. I believe it has 15 more years to run.
Yes, sir, it has. I will...
Okay. Do all this, and Joe and I will forget the whole thing. But if you don't, And Joe will be checking on you.
You said it.
Oh, but I will, Mr. Dollar. I promise you I'll get right on it.
Come on, Joe. Let's go back to the plantation and have a drink with some respectable citizens. Yeah, this insurance business really has some funny ones. And I guess it's the funny ones that balance out the bad, the tragic cases. Anyhow, I like it. Expense account total, including the trip back to Hartford. Call it $100 even. And in view of our little, secret, Joe, well, maybe you'd better pay it out of petty cash. And listen, those pals of yours, you better drop in on them now and then to make sure they do stay on the straight and narrow, as well as that old coot Caraway. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment.
Our flag now numbers 50 stars, and behind each star there stands yet another flag representing one of the 50 states. Michigan's state flag was born on February 22nd, 1837. Because of the strategic role played by Michigan in the War of 1812, the word "to a bore, I will defend" is prominent on the blue flag of Michigan. Beneath it, a rising sun casts its rays over a lake, and a man standing on a peninsula with his right hand raised, symbolizing peace, while in his left hand he holds a gun, indicating that although they love peace, the people of Michigan are ready to defend their state and nation. Another motto, the state's official one, is at the base of the flag: Si queris peninsulam emonam circumspice. If you seek a pleasant peninsula, look about you. Thus does Michigan's flag carry its own invitation to visit one of America's scenic areas. Michigan's state flag, the flag of the 26th state to enter the Union, was adopted on August 1st, 1911.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a strange series of fires. And believe me, the reason for them is a strange one, too. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote today's story. Heard in our cast were Frank Nelson, Billy Hallop, Jack Crucian, Peter Leeds, Gil Stratton, and Will Wright. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
You smell smoke, Johnny?
What'd you say? Who is that?
This is Henry Willoughby at 4th State Mutual Insurance Company.
Oh, hi, Hank.
And I asked if you smell smoke.
Should I? What kind?
The kind $5,000 makes when it goes up in flames.
Where?
Over in Cranford, the Peerless Junkyard.
Junkyard?
That's right.
But if there's only a $5,000 loss, how can you afford me?
Because what I smell is arson.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Four-State Mutual Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Peerless Fire matter. Expense account item 1, $1 even, cab to Hank Willoughby's office in the Security National Building, where he lost no time in getting to the point.
Policy was taken out by one Oscar H. Lehman about 4 years ago. He's the owner of the junkyard. Address of the yard is corner of Howard and Kingsway Boulevard.
And why do you suspect arson, Hank?
That fire didn't start until about 4 o'clock this morning. When I got here to the office a few minutes after 9, the claim was already on my desk.
Almost as though he'd had it filled out and waiting, even before the fire occurred, huh?
Precisely.
How much do you know about this man, Lehman?
Well, nothing really outside of the data on the policy. His home address is 232 East 4th Street.
Also in Cranford.
Yeah.
Okay, Hank. I'll see what I can see. Item 2, 40 cents phone call to make sure the suspect, or at this point, I guess I better call him the client, to make sure he'd be around for questioning.
Here speaks Oscar Lehman.
Mr. Lehman, this is Johnny Dollar representing your insurance company.
So why do you waste time at the telephone? Or then maybe you're coming here with my check for $5,000 right away, huh?
Well, you see, there are a couple of things that...
So, all right, I'll be waiting for you when you come with the money. Goodbye.
Huh? Item 3, $1.20 for a train ticket to Cranford. Item 4, $2 for an old rattletrap taxi when I got there. Cranford is a new town, or rather, a new one built on what was left of the old. When the big clock company folded up at the end of World War II, Cranford kind of fell to pieces. But situated as it was, just a few miles above the busy city of New Haven, a bunch of smart New York operators had stepped in and were busy making a nice modern residential community out of it. New stores, new homes, and all the fixings.
You see there in the block up there ahead?
Huh?
You had a big fire there this AM, big junkyard.
Yeah, I see.
Man, it was really hot. Thought it was going to take the 3 houses there on Howard Street along with it. You know, flying embers and the heat and all. But the wind swung around. They didn't even get touched.
Yeah, well, pull up, will you? I want to look it over.
Okay, mister, you're the boss. Hey, you want me to keep the meter running?
No, I'll leave you here.
Okay. That's 85 cents. But it would have been $1.50 to where you first wanted to go.
Okay. Here you are.
Hey, thanks. Boy, how I hate to see that junkyard gone.
Oh? Why?
Oh, well, that's where I've been buying my parts to keep this old crate tied together.
You know something? It looks it.
Now that Peerless is gone, I'll probably either have to get a new cab or either try and fix this one up right, you know, and that costs dough.
Yeah, well, happy fixing.
Yeah, like I say, though, out of something bad always comes something good.
Sure.
And I not only mean my taxi, mister, but them houses there, too.
Well, what about that?
Oh, they're on Howard Street. They've been beefing their heads off ever since the yard got its license. So now, no more junkyard. Now the whole place could be residential like it ought to. Like I always say, out of something bad, always
something good, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I got to get going.
Hey, you know something? Maybe that fire gives me a good idea. Like, maybe I should burn up this old wreck of mine, and the insurance company would have to give me a new one. Hey, how about that?
Maybe you'd better be careful who you say that to.
Oh, sure.
Especially not to an insurance investigator
Yeah,
like
well,
me.
don't you worry, bud. I'm too smart. You? You?
That's right. Oh, happy day. In spite spite of the valiant efforts of Fire Chief Dale Marley and his crew, the Peerless Junkyard was just that, junk. And he agreed with the cab driver. The other property owners were probably glad to see the eyesore go up in flames.
Well, you wouldn't like it either, Dollar, having a place like that in your front yard. And just take a look at those folks standing around. You'll see what I mean.
Yeah, I must admit they don't look very unhappy about it. So the fire started in the shed that stood right here, huh?
That's right, yeah. It was a big shed that Peerless used to store a lot of old furniture and stuff like that.
Hey, Peters, hit that corner over there with some more foam.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, a fellow runs that grocery store on the caddy corner, and he sleeps upstairs over it. Said it woke him up. Went off with a boom, like a small explosion.
Have you considered the possibility of arson, Chief?
Yeah, I have. That's why I called New Haven and asked them to send up a couple of men from their special squad.
But you found no trace?
Nothing I could put my finger on. You got any ideas?
Yeah? Yeah, I think maybe I have. I learned a long time ago that a lumber yard or furniture factory were about the worst places in the world to look for signs of arson. The wood goes up so hot and so fast. And the remains of this shed wouldn't be much better. So I walked over to the little grocery store and spent item 5, 21 cents, for a loaf of white bread. Then I rejoined Chief Marley at the ruins of the shed.
The arson experts can come up from it.
Hey, what's the matter, Dollar? You get to eat breakfast?
Oh, something like that. Hey, you want a chunk?
Not without strawberry jam and a cup of coffee.
Hey, Herb, take it easy over there.
Hey.
Stomping around like that, you wipe out all the clues.
Now, like I told you, Dollar, the fire started somewhere right around here.
Uh-huh.
And the quick shift in the wind moved it over that way.
Uh-huh. Chief.
Yeah.
Here, chew a piece of this fresh bread.
What?
That's right, chew it. Get the taste of it in your mouth.
What for?
Just do it, will you please? Here.
Well, you got an idea, son?
You bet I have. Here.
You mean chewing on a hunk of bread is going to what?
Now swallow it.
What is this, a gag or something?
No, not by a long shot. Now watch.
Well, don't throw it away. Now you got my appetite up. I'll have some more.
Here now. Chew on this piece.
What? After you dropped it in the ashes?
That's right. Chew on it.
Oh, now
Go
wait.
ahead, do it. I'm serious.
Holy kerosene.
That's right.
Well, I'll be doggone.
Yeah? Fresh bread will pick up even the slightest trace.
Even after the fire?
Even after a fire. That means kerosene was brought in and poured over the floor of this furniture shed to set it off.
And, Dollar, I'm going to get in the police and have them lock up old Oscar Lehman so
No,
fast.
wait.
What for?
Until I can talk to Lehman.
Well, now, look.
You look. This isn't any absolute proof of arson.
Well, it's good enough for me. It's good enough for a suspicion charge. I'll tell the police what I found out.
Who found out?
Well,
What I found out. Now, don't forget that. But if it puts us on the trail of an arsonist, if you like, you can take the credit for it. Only if you'll cooperate.
Yeah, but Dollar...
Otherwise, you'll lose any cooperation from me. Okay?
Okay.
Item 680 cents cab to the address on East 4th Street where Oscar Lehman lived. Like the Howard Street address, this was a has-been section. Lehman's home reminded me of some of those on the other side of the town, next to the junkyard. When the old character let me in, I wasted no time in getting to the point.
You ask why I should be staying here in my home instead of at the yard? And I'm asking you why not? What good can I do over there? My lovely junkyard is gone. There's nothing I can do. So I'm waiting here to collect the money your company owes me. So are you going to pay me or not?
Well, now, that depends. As I started to say, Mr.
I
Lehman,
tell you, I didn't even know about the fire till I went down there to open up the gate and start the day.
What time did you go down there, Mr. Lehman?
7 o'clock, like always.
Well, you sure didn't waste any time getting your claim into the office in Hartford, did you?
Of course not. So soon as I see what happened, I sign up the claim and take it to Hartford. And the office is closed, so I leave it under the door.
Yeah, well...
What else could I do? Sit around and wait to think about it while the money's coming to me? It's my money, so I should have it. You know how much merchandise I have in that yard? $25,000. Retail?
Yeah. Then why'd you burn it up?
You think I'm crazy I should do such a thing? Don't you understand now I'm out of business, for God?
Oh, what do you mean?
My license for the yard on condition, you know?
A conditional license?
Yeah, that's right. If I'm not in business, every day I lose the license. I lose the lease on the land. Then they make houses, little stores. It's a big development company. So you're crazy to come and talk to me, tell me I should set fire.
Maybe I've suddenly changed my mind, Mr. Lehman. Maybe I've already met the arsonist.
Huh?
And I was just too blind to see him.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Our flag now numbers 50 stars. And behind each star there stands yet another flag representing one of the 50 states. Missouri's state flag is a horizontal tricolor of red, white, and blue. In the center is a circular device bearing the state coat of arms. An eagle, symbolizing the superior authority of the nation. A grizzly bear representing Missouri, chosen for his size, strength, and valor. And a crescent moon, symbolic of the shield carried by the second son. Missouri being the second state carved out of the Louisiana Territory. A belt encircles the coat of arms with a motto inscribed, "United we stand, divided we fall." Atop the flag is a cluster of stars representing the Union, with a larger star for Missouri as she surmounts her difficulties and assumes her rank among the states. The state motto is also inscribed on the flag, Salus Populi Suprema Lex Esto. The welfare of the people shall be the supreme law. Surrounding the device is a group of 24 stars. Missouri's state flag, the flag of the 24th state to enter the Union, was adopted on March 22nd, 1913.
And now, Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Peerless Fire Matter.
Something the cab driver had said while taking me to the scene of the junkyard fire had suddenly come back to me. He'd been talking about the nearby property owners, homeowners.
They've been beefing their head off ever since the yard got its license. So now, no more junkyard. Now the whole place can be residential like it oughta. Yeah, like I always say, out of something bad always comes something good.
Item 785 cents, another taxi back to the scene of the fire. The men from the department were still busy cleaning up. Their chief, Dale Miley, had been busy with some detective work. Had some answers that seemed to make good sense.
Now, look here, Dolly. You see this hardware? See this groove in the foundation wall?
Yeah. Big sliding door, huh?
That's right. And here, the lock was still in a hasp.
Yeah, I see.
It's hardly likely somebody tried to pull a big sliding door closed and lock it after starting a fire with kerosene. It's too dangerous.
Unless he used a wick of some kind.
Yeah, but look here. On the side that faced Howard Street.
Street? I just call this an alley.
Yeah, pretty narrow from the old days. Now, look here.
Well, it's window glass.
Right. Yeah, there was a window here. You see, here's the two parts of the catch from it. The catch was open.
Yeah, but the question is, was it open from the inside or outside?
And I think I've got the answer. Look across the street.
So?
Those homes and the little lawns and gardens in front of them.
So what?
Well, you see the rocks they all use to border their flower beds?
Go on, Chief.
Now, look here. Just inside the shed where the window was, I found this rock under the ashes. And, Dollar, it looks to me like somebody threw that rock through the glass, opened the catch, climbed in, spread the kerosene, climbed out, tossed in a light of some kind, and left in a hurry.
Yeah, but who?
That's just it. You got a better idea than old man Lehman? You talked to him.
Yeah, I think I have.
Like who?
I'll let you know when I find out the name.
Well, now, wait a minute, Dollar.
I hoped that last crack would keep Chief Marley from sending the police after Oscar Lehman. Maybe he was guilty of firing his own junkyard. But with only $5,000 insurance, it didn't make sense. And I had a couple of better ideas. At least about people who might have had reason to do it. 3, as a matter of fact. For there were 3 residences on Howard Street facing what remained of the junkyard. Thanks to the sudden shift of wind, they'd received little damage. I walked down the short length of Howard Street to the first old house. The name Howard McNeil was on the little metal mailbox.
Yes, well, what is it?
Mr. McNeil, I'm Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator, looking into this junkyard fire.
This is a fine time to come around selling insurance after the fire's out. You should know better, young fellow.
No, you misunderstood me. I'm
Why,
not
do
selling.
you know what would have happened if that wind hadn't changed? It would have set this whole block on fire. That's what it would have done. Would have burned us all out. We'd have been helpless.
Yes, Mr. McNeil.
Especially that poor widow lady, Miss Cummings, down there in the third house, right across from the shed where the whole thing started.
Mr. McNeil.
Yes?
I'm not here to sell insurance. I'm investigating the fire, understand?
Well, don't.
What's that?
You can stop right now. Just leave things as they be. Don't you know that fire was a blessing?
I'm not quite sure
I said blessing. That fire was the finest thing that's happened around here in years.
Oh, you like its having happened, huh?
Just bet I do. The only way we could ever get rid of that awful pile of junk right in our front yards. Now, maybe they'll give us back our nice little park that used to sit there.
Or build a lot of track houses.
Yeah, all right. What did they do? Anything is better than that wretched junkyard. I've hated it. Everybody's hated it. I hated it.
Enough to set it on fire?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Oh, no. Me?
Well?
Mr. Dollar. A quiet, peace-loving person like me? Oh, no. Why, I wouldn't even think of such a thing. Especially since that fire might have got out of control and burned me out.
Well, you carry insurance, of course.
I do not. I don't believe in it. No, so don't you try to tell me anything.
I told you I'm an investigator.
Well, why don't you ask that Nazi if he had insurance?
Nazi?
Yes, that Oscar Lehmann that owned that dirty junkyard.
Why do you call him that?
Well, he's a German, isn't he?
Well, it doesn't make him a Nazi.
Well, it does to me. Anybody who'd wangle a license to put up a filthy place like that on our beautiful street, especially if he's a German, well, to me, he's a Nazi of the worst kind, the very worst kind. Thinks he's a ladies' man, too.
All right, now, have you any idea who, besides you, would have liked to see that place burned out?
I certainly have.
Oh.
Why don't you ask the police? They were here at dawn asking us all questions.
You said asking us all.
Of course, I mentioned the widow Cummings that lived in the third house, and then there's Miss Gertrude Mary Anastasia Conroy, the nice spinster lady who lives next door, and it's a very charming lady, Miss Conroy.
Yeah, well, now would you mind?
Oh, and what spirit she has. Now, that's the way I like them, Mr. Dollar. Ladies with spirit. And do you know something? One of these days, I'm going to ask her for a date in spite of the competition.
You never have?
Oh, no, sir. No. I'm not the bold type like some people I know, and I've been working up to it.
And how long have you been a neighbor?
16 years, and you mark my word, one of these days I'm going to march right up on her front porch, and Miss Conroy, I'm going to say...
Yeah, well, thank you very much, Mr. McNeil.
Yes, but I was going to tell you, but... oh, dear, I must have said something wrong.
And what the devil is it you'd be wanting?
Miss Conroy?
That's right. And don't you see the sign beside the door? No peddlers, no solicitations. So be gone with you. I'm busy cleaning the smoke out of my house for that awful fire this morning.
Well, that's what I'm calling about, ma'am, that fire. I'm an insurance investigator.
Investigator, huh?
Oh, now, just a...
If you're an investigator, young man, let me see your badge.
Badge?
That's right. If you're an investigator, you're a detective. And if you're one of them, you're with the police force.
No,
And if you are, you can go right back and tell your chief I've had me feel right up to here with answering fool questions about that fire. As if I myself did it, huh?
Well, did you?
For years now, I've connived and connipted how to get that terrible, dirty, filthy junkyard out of this neighborhood. And now, poor soul, he's lost it. Oh, I could cry my eyes out.
You what?
Oh, such a lovely old man he is when I finally met him, that dear Mr. Lehman.
Oh?
Oh, the horrible things that Hitler done to him before he escaped them Nazis that took over his fine old country. And when he got here, he put all his savings in that lovely second-hand lot.
Lovely.
So he could earn an honest living.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Such a fine man. Such a gentleman. The way he'd click his heels and bow when he come calling on Sunday afternoon. Oh, he was such a gentleman.
Wait a minute, Miss Conroy. I don't get it. A couple of minutes ago, you sounded as though you hated that junkyard.
Second-hand lot.
Oh.
And so I did. Until I got to know that nice Mr. Lehman. And I'll tell you this. in spite and despite of the fact they won't ever let him set up in the same kind of business again. If it takes every cent I own, I'll see that he gets started in something else.
Well, I'll be...
Investigator, huh?
Insurance investigator.
And then I suppose I can tell you confidential that I've set me cap for dear Oscar.
You mean you hope to marry him?
Aye, and that I will before I'm through.
But I got the impression that your neighbor, Mr. McNeil...
Oh, that crazy old stick in the mud, that old coot. Ha! But if you're from the insurance company, how can I help you, lad, with your investigation thing?
Well, you can't tell me this. Was your friend, Mr. Lehman, in need of money, particularly?
Well, no. His business has been good. He drives a nice car and keeps a nice home. But like I said, if he needs more than he's got to get started again, I'll be the first to help him. Besides, it will sort of help to bring us closer together if I'm worrying about him a bit, no, won't it?
Yes, I guess it will. I just want to make sure.
Now, wait a minute.
Yeah?
It's so blind I was thinking of me darling Oscar. So that's what you were up to with your nasty questions.
What?
Implicating that he might have burned up his place by his own self to get the insurance money. Is that what your evil, filthy mind was thinking of?
I didn't say that.
But that's what you meant, now ain't it?
No, after all, somebody set that fire. And if he was in need of money...
And just because I told the poor soul to get his claim in real quick this morning...
You told him.
Of course I did. Give him something to do besides standing around in the ruins crying his poor old eyes out, keeping his sorrows to himself. But I'll soon put a stop to that. I'll cook him up a real nice mess of corned beef and cabbage, German style, that is, and take it over for his supper to comfort and keep him company. And what will you be doing for the poor soul?
Well, that depends.
Oh, it depends, does it? Well, you and that insurance company better pay up what you owe him instead of making snide talk about maybe he himself set that fire in his... Oh, get out. Go on, get out. Why should I be wasting my time talking to the likes of you when I've got cooking to do for me?
Oh, brother. This was turning out to be the most offbeat insurance matter I ever handled. Well, there was only one suspect left. The woman living in the third house opposite the shed where the fire had started. The widow Cummings, McNeil had called her. I went up on the porch, rang the doorbell. And again. After the third time, I was about to decide no one was home when the door slowly opened. And just inside the door, in a wheelchair, sat a little old lady, pale, gray-haired. Her face reflected years of pain. Worry.
I've been waiting for you to come, Mr. Dollar.
You know who I am.
I overheard you at my window when you talked to Mr. McNeil and Miss Conroy. Listening to the neighborhood is the only thing I have left these days, tied down as I am to this wheelchair.
Yes, I see. I'm sorry.
Come in and sit down, please.
Thanks. There's, no one to take care of you here?
Only Rudolph, who does as little as he dares. And you must take him away, Mr. Dollar.
Rudolph?
My stepson, who keeps me here, waits for me to die.
What?
Not even a rest home where I'd have care and friends, but here to die. He'd help me die, too, if he dared, because of the money.
What money, Mrs. Cummings?
That my husband left me. A lot, Mr. Dollar.
And this Rudolph wants to get his hands on it?
That's all he wants. That's why he wants me dead. But he hasn't dared kill me, because everybody knows that we're alone here together. And if I should die from his neglect, they'd know he did it. But he's smart. That's why he thought of the fire.
He what?
He thought that it would burn down this house, too, and trap me here.
Mrs. Cummings, do you know what you're saying?
The divine providence. The changing wind kept the fire away.
He set that fire to burn this house and you?
He's clever. He made it known that he'd be away all night, that he wouldn't be back here until he finished his work at the plant in New Haven. But he came back, Mr. Dollar, this morning before dawn. I heard him here in this house. And from this window, I could see him in the moonlight.
Mrs. Cummings.
No, I must tell you. Quickly, because he'll be coming back from work. His work. To keep up appearances, to keep them from suspecting. His gambling. The terrible people he goes out with at night. Gangsters, that's all. And I must tell you. Because if I don't... Listen to me.
I'm listening.
I saw him take a can, the kerosene we keep in the cellar for when the electricity goes out. He took it across the street. He broke the window of the shed and went in. Then he came out. He threw a piece of burning waste back in. Then ran.
Mrs. Cummings, are you sure?
I lied to the police. I couldn't make myself tell them. After all these years of knowing what he's been and saying nothing. But I thought I'd wait for him. Maybe when he saw his evil plan had failed, that I was still here. Maybe I could make him give himself up. But in my heart, I knew he wouldn't. Because he's bad. All bad.
Mrs. Cummings, I'm glad you told me.
God forgive me. But I knew that if I didn't, he'd find some other way to... You must take him away, Mr. Dollar. Before he does murder.
Expense account item 8, $10, board and room. I've stayed an extra day in Cranford to clear things up. For while I waited for Rudolph to return, I found the kerosene can he'd used down in the cellar. Chief Marley found the top from it in the ashes. The police have since found only his prints on it. Rudolph is in the city jail. And I'm sure Mrs. Cummings will testify against him. After all, her life is at stake. Hotskill Lehman, his claim will be paid in full. Well, I hope he and Miss Conroy live happily ever after. Expense account total, including incidentals on the way back to Hartford, $14.46. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, exploration in the high Sierra country of California. And at the end of the trail lies death. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood. It is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote tonight's story. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Peggy Weber, John Stevenson, Herb Vigran, Hans Conried, Forrest Lewis, and Parley Bear. Musical supervision is by Amerigo Marino. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
From Hollywood, it's time now for... Johnny Dollar.
George Reed here.
Well, hi, George. Haven't heard from you in a long time.
Skip the formalities, Johnny. I have a problem.
You and everybody else.
$25,000 problem, possibly $50,000.
Double indemnity clause, huh?
Right.
Who's insured?
Name is Mercedes Crabtree.
Crabtree?
Elderly woman, lives out in Montana.
Uh-huh. And how long has the policy been in effect?
Almost 30 years.
And you're crying because you have to pay it off?
Well, that's it, Johnny. We aren't sure.
What?
A few days ago, somebody took a shot at her. They missed. But,
Yeah?
well, last night, she disappeared.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Floyd's of England, American Branch Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Silver Bell matter, spelled B-E-L-L-E. Expense account item 185 cents, taxi from my apartment to George Reed's office. He was on his feet waiting for me. His suit looked like he'd slept in it.
Close the door, Johnny.
Yeah, sure.
Johnny, I'm not going to mince words with you. This one's important, not only to me, but to Floyd.
Oh, how come?
Because Mrs. Crabtree was one of our first American clients, and because Murdoch Morton sold her that policy.
Murdoch Morton? Who that?
My goodness, Johnny. Mr. Morton's the president of our company. You should know that by now.
Oh, yeah, I suppose I should.
Yes. Well, at the time Mr. Morton sold her the policy, he and Mrs. Crabtree became very close friends.
And where was Mr. Crabtree while all this was going on?
He'd been killed in an accident in his mine 6 months before. Johnny, you have a very suspicious...
I know, George. Prettier people than you have told me.
Yes. Well, anyway, since that time, Mr. Morton and Mrs. Crabtree have corresponded regularly. And when Mr. Morton heard that someone had taken a shot at her...
Now, wait a minute, George. Mr. Morton's in London, right?
Yes.
Well, just how did he happen to hear about the shooting? Through Mrs. Crabtree?
No, Mrs. Henrietta Scott wrote to him.
Oh. And just who is Mrs. Henrietta Scott?
According to her letter to Mr. Morton, she claims to be Mrs. Crabtree's only friend in Silver Gulch.
Silver Gulch?
Montana. It's where Mrs. Crabtree's lived for over half a century, and it's where Mr. Morton wants you to go immediately.
Oh. When did Mrs. Crabtree disappear?
Well, you received a telegram from Mrs. Scott early this morning. She was supposed to have dinner with Mrs. Crabtree last night and got up to her house, but it was empty. Well, she waited until midnight, checked again this morning, then wired us.
Who's the beneficiary on that life policy, George?
Doesn't mean a thing.
No? Why not?
Well, only a couple of people know the policy exists. Also, the beneficiary happens to be Mrs. Crabtree's favorite charity. Good luck, Johnny.
Oh, thanks, pal. I'm going to need it. Expense account item 2, $178, air transportation to Butte, Montana. Item 3, $14.90, bus fare, Butte to Silver Gulch. Like George had said, it wasn't much of a town. I checked into the Silver Queen Hotel, rented a battered Model T, and drove out to the home of Mrs. Henrietta Scott.
Oh, you startled me out of a day's growth.
I'm sorry. Mrs. Scott?
Yes. Oh, you must be from Grandma's trunk, yes.
Beg your pardon?
Grandma's trunk. They sent you, didn't they? Well, come along with me. It's in the house.
Mrs. Scott, wait a minute. I'm afraid you've made a mistake.
You mean you're not from Grandma's trunk?
I don't even know Grandma.
It's an antique shop in Butte. They said they'd send a man out to offer me a price for my hand-carved rosewood headboard. You're not him, huh?
No. My name's Johnny Dollar. I'm an insurance investigator.
Well, why didn't you say so right off? Come on inside. I suppose you're here about poor Mercedes Crabtree. God rest her soul.
Yes, that's right. Is she still missing?
Rest her soul. Sit down anywhere.
Oh.
No, not there. Well, Mr. Settee. That's it. You comfortable now?
Fine, thanks.
The sheriff and a couple of men who work for Charlie Greenpaw were out looking for her most of yesterday. They're at it again today, but they won't find her. Leastwise, alive.
Well, can you think of anyone who might have reason to kill her?
Well, now that's hard to say. Most people in this town right now, they ain't got no use for her. They say she's stopping progress.
Now, just what do you mean by stopping progress?
Well, Charlie Greenpaw's busy getting some of the old buildings fixed up so they're livable again. He's planning on turning the whole town into a tourist attraction.
Uh-huh.
Well, Mercedes, she won't hold still for it. She won't let him set foot on any of her land. Won't sell none of it, neither.
Does she own very much of the property around here?
A little more than half of Main Street. And the thing that Charlie wants most, the Silver Bell.
The Silver Bell?
Richest silver mine in Nevada. Leastways, it was once. George Crabtree discovered it.
Yes.
When the vein ran out, he's killed trying to find it again. After that, the mine was closed.
Mrs. Scott.
Of course, the town closed down when the mine did.
Mrs. Scott, were you with Mrs. Crabtree the day someone tried to shoot her?
No. She was walking up toward her mine, alone. Thought it was just a stray bullet.
Just where is this mine?
Oh, you can see it
from the window right behind you. It's about halfway up the hill yonder. Here, you come over here and take... Well, I'll be first cousin to a stink bug.
Why? What is it?
Up there on that hill going toward the mine. It's Charlie Greenpaw and Slim Richards, the sheriff's deputy. Now, I wonder if they think she's down inside that mine.
A few minutes later, I caught up with Greenpaw and Richards. They'd stopped near a large, newly painted no trespassing sign about 20 yards from the mine's entrance. I introduced myself.
Mr. Dollar, you see that sign says no trespassing?
Yeah?
Well, folks around here take the signs Mrs. Crabtree had put up mighty seriously. That right, Slim?
Sure is. You mean you're not going in there, Greenpaw?
Well, now, we didn't say we weren't going in. We just thought we'd better consider it before we did anything hasty.
But she could be dying in there.
Providing she's in there. Right, Mr. Greenbaugh?
That's right, Slim. Now, Dollar, you want to go on in? Why, there's nothing to stop you. No, sir. Not a thing.
I left daylight behind as I followed the narrow tunnel deep into the side of the hill. About 50 yards down, the tunnel branched off in two different directions. I stopped for a moment, then took the one to the right. I hadn't gone 10 feet when it happened. Holy jump.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
It is a rare event when a young man decides to leave civilization behind and hide himself away in the steaming jungle, just so he can help his fellow humans in a remote corner of the world. The late Dr. Tom Dooley did just that when he left the United States to help the sick and starving jungle people in the little kingdom of Laos in Southeast Asia. Dr. Dooley's story is well known to nearly everyone. And all over the world, people talk of his little jungle hospital on stilts. That's where he treated the dread diseases of the jungle and trained native medical technicians so that they might help their own people. Dr. Dooley wrote and lectured to many people so that the work of his medical assistance program, Medico, might go on. It was not easy for someone so young and so talented to give up the bright lights of the city and plant himself down in an unknown jungle just for the purpose of helping unfortunate people he didn't even know. But through Medico, Dr. Tom Dooley wanted to help people. He wanted to help people to help themselves. Today, the work of Medico is going forward in a number of countries besides Laos. Young men are being sent to the United States to be schooled in medicine with the idea of returning to their own countries to help their own people. Hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of medical supplies have been donated by American businessmen and pharmaceutical companies. Today, Dr. Tom Dooley's work is being continued for him. It is helping to create better understanding. It is an injection of the spirit of freedom. The right of all men everywhere.
And now, Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Silver Bell Matter.
I wasn't alone in the mine, that was for sure. But whoever was in there with me wanted to be alone and resented the intrusion. I wondered if they could hear, so I picked up a rock and tossed it on down the side of the tunnel.
Oh. You heard bad, stranger?
Well, I'll be him. Mrs. Crabtree, is that you?
You're trying to trick me.
No, wait a minute. My name's Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator.
I've got a bead on you now, mister. So don't you move till you can prove what you're saying.
Oh, no, I don't intend to.
What are you doing in my mind?
Looking for you. Your friend, Mr. Morton, is worried about you.
Oh. Walk up this way, Mr. Dollar, but you be mighty careful about it.
Yes, ma'am, I sure will.
You say my Doc Morton sent you all the way out here?
That's right, ma'am. Your friend, Mrs. Scott, wrote to him.
I declare. It seems to God she even knew. You know Murdoch?
No, ma'am, I've never had the pleasure.
Oh, he's such a fine gentleman. I remember years ago when I first met him. Oh,
He was so kind and understanding.
Hey, what's the matter?
Oh, crazy fool thing I did coming in here and falling. Hurt myself bad, too. Mr. Dollar, you're just going to have to carry me out.
It'll be a pleasure. She couldn't have weighed more than 80 pounds, 6-shooter and all. I carried her out of the mine and down the hill to her cabin. I had just finished making her as comfortable as I could when Mrs. Scott arrived.
Oh, dear. Oh, you poor old dear thing.
You ever hear such sick garbage, Mr. Dollar? Woman, stop looking like you buried me yesterday and run and get the doctor to take care of my ankle.
Your ankle? Well, what's the matter with it?
Well, it's busted. Ooh. Now, why do you think Mr. Dollar had to carry me?
Oh, dear.
Is there a doctor in Silver Gulch?
Doc Weaver, he's pretty old,
Oh,
but
he
he's...
doctored me for almost 40 years. Go get him, Henrietta, before I get mad at you for tattling to Mr. Morton.
Yes, dear, yes. Yes, I'll do it. I'll do it right now.
Now then, Mr. Dollar, you come over and sit by me. Keep company till the doc gets here.
Yeah, sure. Hey, you know, you really ought to rest.
Why don't you start asking me questions, Mr. Dollar? Came all the way out here to do that, now, didn't you?
Well, there are a few things I'm curious about.
Like what?
Now, for one thing, why you took those shots at me in the mine.
Thought you might be one of Charlie Greenpaw's friends.
Oh, he's the man who's trying to buy your mine, isn't he?
But I ain't going to sell it. No, sir. No matter how much he offers.
You believe the mine could be worked again someday?
Might be. Somebody could find the vein again. But that ain't why I won't sell. It's because my husband, he's buried in there, Mr. Dollar. Him and the others that were caught in that cave-in.
Oh, I see.
I've told them all. If they set one foot on my property, I'm going to shoot first and ask questions later.
Aren't you afraid someone might shoot back one of these days?
Oh, haven't so far.
That's not what Mrs. Scott told us.
I know what she told you, and she's mistaken. Why, that bullet missed me by a good 2 feet.
You don't think it could have been a warning?
No, I don't. People in these parts, if they wanted to frighten me, there are better ways of doing it than that.
Well, if that's so, I sure hope they don't try any of them. No one, at least so far as she knew, had reason enough to try killing her. Not even Charlie Greenpaw, although she refused to cooperate with the Silver Gulch Improvement Committee. I waited until Mrs. Scott returned with the doctor, then left and drove back to my hotel. I had finished supper and was heading toward my room when someone called me.
Oh, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah? Oh, Mr. Greenpaw, I was just thinking about you.
That's so?
Yeah. I was wondering why you hadn't thought to take a look in the Silver Bell mine when you first heard that Mrs. Crabtree was missing.
Well, to tell the truth, I'd left the search up to the sheriff until today. Then this morning, Isabel, that's my wife, she said if something did happen to Mrs. Crabtree, it'd sure look like I did it.
Good thing you listened, because she was right.
Yes, I know. Say, Dollar, I hear Mrs. Crabtree's taking quite a shine to you.
Oh, where'd you hear that?
Doc Weaver said that's all she talked about. Hey, look, if you'd like to pick yourself up a few $100s, you sure could do it easy.
Oh? How's that?
Just get the old lady to sell me her mine and the acreage along next to Mrs. Scott's place. I'd give her full value for both. And that'd come to enough money for her to live on the rest of her life real comfortable. Now, you do that, Dollar, and I'll give you $1,000 cash.
You know something, Greenpaw?
What's that?
I could have been mistaken about you. You want that mine and the land around it real bad, don't you?
Sure. I spent a good deal of money fixing up the old buildings here in town. If I can get the Silver Bell and enough land out there to put a dude ranch on, why, this town will be able to make Virginia City look second-rate. Now, what do you say?
I don't know. I'll relay your proposition to Mrs. Crabtree. The rest is... What's all the excitement out there?
Oh, it sounds like...
Miss Greenpaw!
What is it, Slim? What's going on?
Fire! Miss Crabtree's cabin. It's blazing like fury.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
For thousands of years, the oceans of the world have taken their toll of the treasures of the people who live near them or travel over them in calm and in storm. And for an equally long time, these same people have dived to the bottoms of these oceans seeking those treasures. Gold, silver, jewels, and emblems of tradition or symbols of history have been the sought-after prizes. Late in 1959, a group of English divers, seeking underwater specimens of fish and plant life off the coast of the island of Terceira in the Azores, came across a group of some 17 ancient cannons. They'd been swept off the walls of the old fortress by a tidal wave sometime during the middle of the 19th century and sank about 100 feet to the bottom of frequently storm-swept waters. News of the discovery was relayed to the Portuguese government, which gave permission for the raising of the relics. American skin divers stationed at the Air Force Base on Terceira volunteered to do the job on off-duty hours. In cooperation with the Portuguese Museum, the men made a few exploratory dives to determine the situation. Then the salvage work began. After cleaning the cannons, some made of brass, others of bronze, it was discovered that they had been forged in England, France, and Portugal more than 110 years before. Now the shiny symbols of history are on view in a Portuguese museum. The Portuguese people are happy because of an unselfish American gesture that brought back to them their symbols of the defense of freedom, the right of all men everywhere.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Silver Bell Matter.
By the time we reached the cabin, it was all over. For a moment, I was afraid Mrs. Crabtree hadn't managed to escape. Then I saw her on the ground near the sheriff's car, wrapped in blankets.
Hey, you! Get back over there!
It's all right, Sheriff. This is Mr. Dollar.
Oh, I heard you're in town, Mr. Dollar.
This is Sheriff Wilkins, Johnny.
Sheriff, do you have any idea how this fire started?
Not yet, I don't. I asked her, but...
I'd rather not talk about it now, Johnny. Maybe some other time.
Whatever you say.
She's pretty done in.
Johnny?
Yeah?
You tell Mr. Greenpaw. Tell him I'll sell. Will you do that for me?
Well, look, I'll talk to you about it in the morning.
No. I want to sell now. Nothing to stay here for. Nothing.
We'd better get it down to Mrs. Scott's place. Doc Weaver's given us some morphine.
You go ahead, Sheriff. I'm going on back to town.
Sure. See you later, Dollar.
Oh, Mr. Dollar, is she going to be all right?
Yeah, I think so. Greenpaw, do you have a map of this area, including all the land you're planning on buying?
Not on me. It's down at the office. You want to see it tonight?
Yeah, I sure do. I took a look at the map. Got a little sick at my stomach. Then drove back to Henrietta Scott's. There was a light on in the front room, so I got out of the car and walked up to the door.
Yes, who is it?
Johnny Dollar, Mrs. Scott.
Oh? Well, isn't it a little late to come calling, Mr. Dollar? I mean, after all, Mrs. Crabtree is sleeping sound, and I'm all ready for bed.
I want to see Mrs. Crabtree. I want you to wake her up.
Well, I just couldn't do that. The doctor told me she should have as much sleep as she can get.
Yeah, you took his orders a little too literally, Mrs. Scott.
Why, whatever do you mean?
I mean trying to burn her house down with her still in it.
What?
Yes, she trusted you. She thought you were the only person she could trust. Then when she found out different, she decided to sell her land and get away from here.
Why, that's a pack of the biggest lies I ever did hear. Now, what reason would I have for wanting to hurt the poor old dear?
Money.
Money?
You own most of the land adjoining the Crabtree property, including that around the Silver Bell. Greenpaw wouldn't buy your land unless he could buy Mrs. Crabtree's. When she refused to sell, you decided to see that property changed hands the hard way.
If that's so, why would I be so concerned about her? Now, why would I write Mr. Morton telling him she'd been shot at and then wiring when she disappeared? Why?
To protect yourself. You purposely missed her that day. You had to set up your alibi.
You got no proof.
No, you're right. I haven't. But Mrs. Crabtree has. She knows who and what started that fire in the cabin. Now, get out of my way.
No. Oh.
Mrs. Crabtree. Mrs. Crabtree.
Huh? What is it?
All right, Mr. Dollar. You move away from her.
Not until I find
Move
out.
away now, or I'll shoot.
Oh, well, when you put it that way, Mrs. Scott, I'll have to.
You were right about me missing her on purpose. Anybody's lived up here long as I have, they don't miss with a rifle good as this one.
Mr. Dollar? Mr. Dollar, she started the fire.
Mercedes, you shut up.
You try and make me.
Maybe I will, like I should have before. You see that Oh, no, you don't. No, don't.
Give me that rifle, lady.
No! Why? Why did you have to ruin it? Why?
Somebody had to. You okay, Mrs. Crabtree?
Yes. Did I do good getting her attention?
You did just fine. I was ready to leave Silver Gulch the next day, but I stayed over for another week, waiting for a little English gentleman by the name of Murdoch Morton to arrive and claim his bride. Yeah, just about everybody in Montana came to Mrs. Crabtree, pardon me, Mrs. Morton's wedding. Everybody, that is, but her old friend, Mrs. Henrietta Scott. Expense account total, $317.10. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a beautiful girl is killed. And with her goes a big part of my own heart. It's one of those things that... Well, join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood. Written by Charles B. Smith, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, D.J. Thompson, G. Stanley Jones, Frank Nelson, Sam Edwards, and Will Wright. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Coverly speaking.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Mr. Dollar, I want you to come over here right away.
What's that again?
I want you to come over here right away.
That's what I thought you said, but who is this and where's here?
This is Ellis P. Watkins, Mr. Dollar. You've heard of me, perhaps?
Yeah, I think so. Manufacturer, aren't you?
Well, at the moment, that seems to be a matter of opinion. Over here is Broad Acres at Fairfield, Connecticut.
Would you mind telling me what this is all about, Mr. Watkins?
It's very simple. I have $100,000 to give away.
All? To whom?
That is what you are going to tell me, Mr. Dollar.
I'll get there as soon as I can.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the estate of E.P. Watkins, Fairfield, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Happy Family matter. Expense account item 1, $1.20 taxi from my apartment to the home office of the Universal Adjustment Bureau and Pat McCracken.
Well, didn't take Mr. Watkins long to get in touch with you, Johnny.
Yeah, I figured he must have got my name from you, Pat.
E.P. Watkins holds a life policy for $100,000. Beneficiary was to have been his wife, but she died several months ago. Now he wants to designate a new beneficiary.
You mean he wants me to tell him who the beneficiary should be?
That's right.
No, thanks.
Now, look,
You
Johnny...
look, Pat. I got tangled up in a family matter once before. I still have the scars to prove
Johnny...
it. Why doesn't Mr. Watkins pick his own beneficiary?
Ordinarily he would, but in a case like this, it might take time.
So what?
From what I can gather, Johnny, Mr. Watkins doesn't have much time left to live.
Oh? Okay, Pat. Item 2, $4.30 transportation by car to Broad Acres, the Watkins home in Fairfield. It was a big place, and it was old. I was shown into the library. E.P. Watkins was sitting in front of the fire. I could see that he wasn't well, but there was still a lot of strength in his face.
Mr. Dollar, according to the medical authorities, I have somewhere between 1 week and 1 year to live.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Oh?
My wife is dead. My business is on the verge of collapse, and my children are strangers. Should I be sorry?
Well, I don't know.
I have 3 possible beneficiaries. A daughter, Sheila, 28 years old. A son, Michael, 26, and another daughter, Elizabeth, 24.
Well, why not have all 3 share equally?
Mr. Dollar, had I wished to do that, I would not be calling on you.
The others will be taken care of elsewhere in the estate, I suppose.
There is no estate other than this insurance policy.
Oh.
Most of it has gone down the drain of an ailing business. The rest will be consumed in estate expenses.
I see.
Watkins' money should be kept in the Watkins family as I see it. But I most emphatically wish the money to go to one member and one member only.
And the other 2, they're to be left out in the cold, huh?
I did not engage you to examine my motives, Mr. Dollar. You have asked me a direct question, and I will give you a direct answer. Yes, I intend, as you put it, to leave the other 2 out in the cold.
You say there are 3 of them, Sheila, Michael, Elizabeth. What can you tell me about them?
Well, Sheila, who lives with me, she seems to think that she should be managing my affairs instead of I.
Uh-huh.
Michael seems to prefer the so-called life of an artist to assuming the responsibilities of the name of Watkins.
And Elizabeth?
Stubborn. Married to one James Lovett, who is quite convinced that he knows infinitely more about business matters than I ever did.
Well, you seem to take a pretty dim view of all of them, Mr. Watkins.
I do. I do indeed, Mr. Dollar.
You know, one little item occurs to me.
And what is that?
Whichever 2 are left out aren't going to like it very much.
Obviously.
Which means they're not going to like me very much.
Also quite obvious. So I intend to pay you a considerable fee. But you will earn it. Every penny of it.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
And now for another episode in the life of Sergeant Donald Bellwether, my husband.
Reba, is everything packed in this duffel bag?
Yeah, everything but these, Sarge.
Oh, let me see that bottle. Reba, what in the world would a bunch of guys on our fishing trip want with these indigestion pills?
Well, now, you just take them along, Don. Remember, you boys will be doing your own cooking for 3 whole days.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Oh, boy, I can hardly wait to pop some of those freshly caught fish into the pan.
There, now. Everything's all packed.
Yeah, well, we better get going. The fellas will be waiting.
Well, I'll walk you to the car.
Okay. I'll carry this bag. The rest of the gear's already packed.
Here, I'll open the door for you.
Oh, thanks, honey. Now, I'll just put this bag in the back seat. Okay. Now, kiss me goodbye right here on the front lawn so the neighbors will know I'm not leaving because we quarreled.
Oh, you're so silly. Good luck, dear. Have a wonderful time. You really deserve this fishing trip.
Well, is that all you got to say? I mean, you usually tell me to drive carefully, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, this time I will not say a word.
Oh. Okay, dear. Well, I guess I better be going. Hey, what's this note on the steering wheel? Dear Sergeant, on one holiday last year in the States, speed was a factor in 71% of the accidents. Drinking was a factor in nearly half. Accidents were most frequent early in the weekend. 82% of the accidents happened in rural areas, and the victims were usually the drivers. Your loving wife, Reba. I might have known you'd get to me somehow.
Goodbye, dear. Oh, I'm going to miss you.
I'm going to miss you too, Reba. And don't you worry. I'll drive safely.
That's my Donald. That's my doll.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Happy Family Matter.
Well, this was undoubtedly the weirdest assignment I'd ever been handed, and from one of the weirdest characters I'd ever met, E.P. Watkins. And yet I couldn't help feeling sorry for him. He was really alone. And somewhere along the line, he must have been hurt pretty badly. I left the library and started through the drawing room.
Mr. Dollar?
Hmm?
I'm Sheila.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to talk to you for a moment.
Sure, why not?
Mr. Dollar, I know what you must think of my father.
Oh, do you?
But if you're inclined to judge him harshly, just remember, he wasn't always like this.
Oh?
So very many things have gone wrong for him.
Like what?
Well, I'm afraid the main thing is his feeling that the three of us, Elizabeth and Michael and I, have let him down somehow. He seems to resent us so terribly.
Why should he, Sheila?
I'm not sure. I think he resents me because I'm not a man.
Oh?
You see, I'm the oldest. And in many ways, I'm more like Father than the others are. If I'd been a man, I could have, taken over for him.
Yeah, I see.
I've tried to do what I could, help make decisions, that sort of thing. But I think he somehow resents that, too.
Well, I gather it hasn't exactly been easy for you living here with him.
Somebody has to. And the others have lives of their own.
Speaking of the others, I'd like to talk to them. Where can I find them?
Elizabeth and her husband live in Cranford, New Jersey. And Michael's in New York, in Greenwich Village.
Okay. Thanks, Sheila. Outwardly, she was poised, but I could tell she was nervous, tense. Her fingers wouldn't stay still. She kept shredding bits of cellophane from her cigarette package. Yeah, she was under strain, all right, and I could understand why. Item 3, $8.40. Transportation to New York City to the Greenwich Village apartment of Michael Watkins.
Mr. Dollar, you can tell Dad that I do not want that insurance money.
Why not, Mike?
Because it doesn't... Well, he doesn't owe me anything, and I don't owe him anything. It was a clean break, and that's just the way I want it.
You're sure about that?
I am. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm painting. Everything is just the way I want it.
You know, Mike, you sound sort of like you were trying to convince yourself.
I resent that, Mr. Dollar. Our family is split apart, that's all. Sheila's been trying her best to hold it together, but it won't work.
Why not?
Because I have had it. For years, Dad's been trying to cram Watkins and company down my throat. He knew my heart wasn't in it, but did that matter to him? No. Look, Mr. Dollar, I can make your job real easy for you.
Yeah?
There's one person in our family really deserves that money after what she's been through.
Sheila?
Yes, Sheila.
Item 4, $6 even. Transportation to the Lovitz home in Cranford, New Jersey.
Look, Mr. Dollar, if sending you here is some scheme of Dad's to force us into line, you're wasting your time, and so is he.
Now, wait a minute, Elizabeth.
After the way he's treated Jim.
Relax, honey. That's all over and done with. Look, Dollar, I can simplify your job for you.
Can you?
Give the insurance to Elizabeth here.
Why?
Because then I can get my hands on it.
Oh? Well, what would you do with it, Jim?
Buy a controlling interest in Watkins and Company and put the business back on its feet.
You once worked for Watkins and Company. Why did you leave?
Because he's still running it the way he did 30 years ago. It won't work, and I wouldn't be a part of it.
Jim tried, Mr. Dollar. He really did. But Dad wouldn't even listen to him.
For years, he tried to get Mike to take over the business. But Mike prefers to be off in Never Never Land painting those lousy pictures of
Now,
his.
Jim.
They are lousy, and you know it, Liz.
Look, Jim, you say Mr. Watkins didn't give you a chance to put your ideas into effect, huh?
No. Finally, things got to the breaking point. Dollar, I sent him a written contract guaranteeing I'd raise the necessary financing. I asked for only 6 months in charge.
Contract? But he wouldn't accept your offer, huh?
No. Sheila begged him to sign. Finally, he sent word back for me to tear up the contract and get out of the company.
I see.
Well, Dollar, you've met all three of us now. Who's going to be the beneficiary? Sheila, or Mike, or Elizabeth?
One thing I wanted to check on was Jim's opinion that Mike was not a good painter. I nosed around until I found an art dealer who'd handled his work. He showed me a couple of paintings and then leveled with me. So far as he could see, Mike was a lousy artist. I went back to my hotel to think it over, but I found a message that Mr. Watkins' attorney wanted to talk to me. He'd taken a room on the floor above, so I went upstairs.
Come in.
Halfway into the room, I noticed it was dark. Then, as I heard the door slam, I felt a gun barrel in my back.
Hold real still, Dollar.
Who are you?
That don't matter.
What's this all about?
Dollar, this case you're working on, you drop it right now.
And if I don't?
If you don't, you get dropped for keeps.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Do you know who said, "That man is free who is protected from injury"? Those words came from Daniel Webster, one of the most eloquent orators in American history. Webster knew that a man could not be free unless he lived in a country which recognized his right to freedom and created laws to protect that freedom. A slave state may say that its citizens are free, but as long as a single citizen can be harmed by the whim of a country's rulers, true freedom does not exist. A man is free only if his rights to freedom are protected. Remember the words of Daniel Webster. They are part of your American heritage. The free man must be protected from injury.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Happy Family Matter.
You get the message, Dollar?
Sure. I dropped the case or else. Look, you're obviously not Watkins' attorney. The message was just a decoy to get me here. Who hired you to give me this warning?
Don't get so nosy, Dollar. You got the warning. It's the main point. Just to make sure you get the message.
I'd seen what was coming and ducked, then swung and knocked the gun out of his hand. He gave me a knee in the stomach that flattened me. By the time I got to my feet, he was gone. I turned on the lights and looked around. And then on a table, I spotted something that stopped me cold. The truth had been right under my nose all the time. I called the various members of the family, asked them to meet me at the Watkins home. When I got there, they were waiting for me. Mr. Watkins, Sheila, Mike, Elizabeth, and her husband, Jim. There was a stiff, chilly politeness in the air. There was tension, too.
Mr. Dollar, I want you to know that I resent your theatrical gesture in assembling us like this.
And I'm sorry, Mr. Watkins, but you hired me to do a job, and I'm trying to do it.
I'm sure you have reasons for this, Mr. Dollar. But you must know how painful this is to Father.
Yes, I know, Sheila, but it's necessary.
I don't see why, Dollar.
I'm coming to that, Mike. Now, look, let's face it. This is not exactly the happiest family in the world. It's been torn wide apart. All right. Why is it torn apart?
Oh, that's ancient history, Mr. Dollar.
Maybe some of it is, Elizabeth, but a lot of it isn't.
Well, I don't see what's to be gained by rehashing all
Let
this.
him finish, honey. Just what are you driving at, Dollar?
Just this, Jim. I was hired to find out what I could about the 3 beneficiaries. On the surface, everybody was very cooperative.
On the surface?
Somebody in this family didn't really want me to make this investigation, Sheila. They hired a strong arm to rough me up earlier this evening to make me drop the investigation.
Nonsense.
Sorry, Mr. Watkins, but I've got the scars to prove it.
But who?
Let's start with you, Mike. I want to know why you quit the family business and started painting.
I told you. It was because Dad kept trying to cram the business down my throat.
Why, you ungrateful.
Well, it's true. I couldn't take it any longer.
Sure. But you'd felt that way for a long while. What led you to make the break, Mike?
Well, when even Sheila agreed it was no use, I
She
thought
encouraged you.
Of course I encouraged him. I felt he should have the right to a life of his own.
But, Sheila, you told me that you had begged Mike to stay in the company.
She what?
What?
I was acting in the best interests of the family.
Were you, Sheila?
Mr. Dollar, I don't know what you're trying to suggest.
That brings us to Jim and Elizabeth here. Jim, you quit the company, too. Why?
I've already told you, Dollar. Mr. Watkins refused my last offer of help. Kicked me out.
Well, that's not true. What offer are you talking about?
That contract I sent you.
What contract?
You never saw it, did you, Mr. Watkins?
I most certainly did not.
But Wait a minute. I gave the contract to Sheila. She said it'd be better if she handled it. Then she told me later she discussed it with her father and he refused.
Sheila, you lied.
Well, Sheila?
Mr. Dollar, I refuse to discuss.
Sheila, you have a nervous habit of shredding cellophane cigarette wrappers to bits. In the hotel room where that hired strong arm jumped me, I found a little pile of shredded cellophane near the ashtray.
Sheila.
I don't understand.
Mr. Dollar, do I understand that you're suggesting it's been I who've torn the family apart?
Well,
Sheila.
Yes, Father.
Why?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Hey, look, I'm an insurance investigator, not a psychologist, but I don't think this is too hard to understand. Sheila, weren't you trying somehow to punish?
I'm not sure.
Sheila. Oh, Sheila, if that's true, you need help.
They all had a life of their own. Except me.
We'll help you, dear. We'll get help for you.
I hated what I was doing. But I just couldn't seem to help myself.
Mr. Dollar, you will understand that I am rather bewildered by all this.
I do, Mr. Watkins.
Now, you suggest that she was deliberately trying to tear the family apart in order to punish someone?
Well, that's only a guess, Mr. Watkins, but I think it's probably a good one.
Then she was trying to punish me.
I think so.
Should I understand why?
Did she ever have a life of her own? Was she ever allowed to have one?
Mr. Dollar, I requested you to designate a beneficiary for me.
That's right.
I now request you to suspend further action for the time being. It appears the matter requires further thought.
Yeah. Yeah. Item 6, $8.50. Transportation and incidentals back home. Expense account total, $73 even. Remarks? Sheila is now undergoing treatment, and the outlook is favorable. Elizabeth's husband, Jim, is managing the affairs of Watkins and Company. Mike is helping him. And I guess he's doing a good job. Mr. Watkins, well, he's still alive. And his doctor tells me that now the old gentleman has found some reasons to be alive, he'll probably be with us quite a while and make all 3 of his children his beneficiaries. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Tonight's story was written by Robert Wright. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Shirley Mitchell, John Daner, Larry Dobkin, Peter Leeds, and Paul Duboff. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
Johnny Dollar?
Bob Douglas, Corinthian Life, Johnny. How soon can you leave for California?
Right away. My right big toe needs defrosting. What's the matter?
A policyholder, young fellow named Jefferson, went west on an oil deal and he's disappeared. It might be murder.
Well, I guess I'd better pack 2 shirts. Looking for one man in a big state like California can be murder.
Edmund O'Brien in the transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Great Corinthian Life Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during process of search for your missing policyholder, youthful millionaire Alec Jefferson, or how they were drilling for oil, or what they struck was me. Expense account item 1, $186.13. Airfare, Hartford to Los Angeles. Item 2, $15. Hire car, airport to office of Rebel Wildcatters Incorporated on potential oil land in the Newhall Saugus District. I arrived at 9:30 a.m. A handful of dirt dentists were hard at it, drilling at a rig not 30 feet from the shack-type office.
Pull it over, will you?
Better stand by, driver. My man may not be here. Morning. Can you tell me where I'll find Mr. Flaherty?
You're talking to him. I'm Mars Flaherty. What can I do for you?
My name is Johnny Dollar, Mr. Flaherty. Yeah. I've been sent out here by the Corinthian Life Insurance Company to see if I can get a track on your partner, Alec Jefferson.
I see. Well, It's their money you're spending, Dollar, so I don't care much if you waste it. But if you don't mind my saying so, I do think you're going to be wasting your time.
Well, I get paid by the day.
Then I guess you don't mind wasting time. Oh, look, don't get the idea I'm just naturally pessimistic. I'm not. It's just that I've already done a lot of looking for young Jefferson, and when that bird flew the coop, he didn't leave a feather you could trace him by.
Well, do you have any objection to giving me a few details?
No. Sit down. Not at all.
Thank you. To save time, maybe I'd better tell you what I already know.
Well, it can't be much.
It isn't. I suppose you realize Corinthian Life is the administrator of Jefferson's father's estate.
Yeah. I know that.
Well, having charge of the money, they naturally know that young Jefferson financed this operation.
That's right. His money, my experience. The only thing we needed was a little more luck.
Well, there you have it. That's all I've got. What can you tell me?
That whatever young Alexander got, he was asking for. For a guy built like a cream puff, he got mighty strong around here. Around the Noir field, that isn't healthy even for a big guy.
How do you mean he got strong?
Too much money, too much opinion. That mixed up with too many other men's women can mean trouble for anybody.
Any particular women?
Too many.
Mind telling me who they are?
No. Matter of fact, I got a list right here. Yeah, you can have it. I already tried it.
Just one more thing.
Yeah?
How and when did he drop out of sight?
A week ago last night. Yeah, he left here at 5 o'clock for his apartment on the Sunset Strip in Hollywood. He never got there. I checked that, too. Here. Give me that paper back for a minute. I'll write down the address.
Thanks. Well, I'll be around. Oh, by the way, the first thing we try to figure out in my racket is who would benefit most. How would you like to have him found? Dead or alive?
Either way, Dollar. I can take it. I've lost partners before.
I spent the next 20 minutes on a long shot, thinking I could pick up some information from the drillers. But it was a long shot that missed. Those guys wouldn't have told me it was a nice day. The outdoor life having got me nowhere, I decided to give the indoor type a try. First stop, Jefferson's apartment on the Sunset Strip. The lock was foolproof, but I wasn't fooling. The joint was decorated in a lovely shade of hangover green. A series of alcohol rings from the bottoms of glasses carrying out the motif on all flat surfaces. In the living room, I found several pieces of loosely strewn feminine attire. In the bedroom, I found one piece of loosely strewn female.
Hey, who are you? What do you want?
Oh, sorry. I understood this was Alec Jefferson's apartment.
It is?
Oh.
You can drop your eyebrows, mister. I'm his wife.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. I'm Mrs. Alec Jefferson. Pass me that robe, will you? Now to make coffee?
Yeah, why?
Well, how about making me some while I go put on a face?
I guess so.
You'll probably have to wash the percolator.
To me, the best grounds for divorce would be coffee grounds and an unwashed percolator. So I washed it. I also made the coffee, wondering the while how she had made the matrimonial grade. Right then and there, I'd have given her the Bad Housekeeping Award. She looked like the kind of a girl who could get into a beauty contest, but like she'd never win it. Any way you looked at her, she was a new complication. Your coffee's ready.
Yeah, thanks. Good. Find any clean cups?
No, but I washed, too. Here.
Thanks. Now, would you mind telling me who you are?
I'm an insurance investigator. I'm looking for your husband.
Well, we should find him. I could use some money.
How long have you two been married?
A few weeks. Why?
Routine question. Tell me, when was the last time you saw him?
I was waiting here for him the night he disappeared.
Any witnesses?
If I need them.
Okay. Tell me this. Do you have any idea why he disappeared, or
Where he is?
At the slightest.
Do you know a man named Morris Flaherty?
Yeah. Yeah, I sure do.
How well?
I was his girl.
So? By the way, have the police come to you yet?
No, I went to them. You see, I'm the one who reported Alec missing.
Do you know whether they've come up with anything?
Nothing much. Up until now, he's just a missing person. They put Alec's picture on a television every night. I don't know that they're doing much else. They keep calling him a Caucasian.
Look, please don't get so hysterical about this. It makes you so hard to question.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, I get it. Excuse me if I seem dense this morning.
Morning. It's 3 in the p.m.
All right, so everything about me's wrong.
That's right.
Look, you can think that I married him for his money if you want to. Suppose you're used to suspecting everybody of everything. But have you heard? There are two sides to every marriage. Do I look strong enough to have carried him to the altar?
I never weighed him. But answer me this. If he swept you off your feet, why did he pull a fade out in the middle of the honeymoon?
What should I know? Maybe he'd never seen a dame without makeup on before and had to go someplace to think it out. I wonder if there's anything to eat. I'm hungry.
Look, I think I'd better be going. I'm not much of a cook. When you're working on a case, your nerve ends are easily disturbed. So when I left the house and saw a hardtop blue Plymouth parked opposite the apartment, mine clanged an alarm. In the car sat an equally hard-topped man reading holes in a newspaper. I gave him the slow walk-away and quick turn treatment, and I caught him with his newspaper down. Then I had to go into my act. Why, George, you old son of a gun.
Huh?
Oh, my gosh, it's good to see you.
What are you talking about? My name ain't George.
What? Well, I'll be. What you know is I came out of the house, I got half a look at you, and as I started to walk away, the face registered. Why, mister, you're a dead ringer for an old school pal of mine, George Pfeiffer. Now, how do you like that? Look, come here. Let me take a closer look. Come here.
All right, look out.
Sleep tight. Okay, Sleeping Beauty, over you go. I'll drive. I turned the car up into the Hollywood Hills, found an empty house with a for sale sign out front and a garage out back, and drove in. His wallet was bulging with everything but money and information. An ID card gave his name as Philip Wilkins, his occupation as private detective. The next fact I came up with was that Mr. Wilkins was a light sleeper. He came to find me still fishing through his wallet.
Hey, give me that.
Okay, hold it, mister. Take it easy. Here, you can have your wallet back. Now, keep calm, and everything's going to be all right. If you don't, I'll have to give your whiskers another dusting.
All right, look, what's the big idea? What'd you slug me for?
You know why, Mr. Wilkins, because you had a plant on me, and I figured if you were that curious about me, I wanted to know more about you.
You're nuts. I wasn't watching you. I was watching that house you come out of. There's a dame in there that I'm getting paid to tail.
I can't afford to be convinced of that. Who hired you?
I'm not telling. You or anybody else, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, word travels fast. First you tell me you're not watching me, then you also tell me you know who I am.
So what? Is that illegal? You went to see the dame that I'm watching. I was told you'd probably be around, and you was. You'll be in my report.
If you're healthy enough to make it. What were you really doing with that stakeout? Were you watching the apartment, waiting for somebody to show up? Do you really have a tail on Mrs. Jefferson? Or did you follow me in from the oil fields?
Why should I follow you? Maybe you and I got the same approach to this case. You found him yet?
No, but it's still early. Who else is interested in finding Jefferson?
Well, I hear he's quite a playboy. Maybe one of his playmates wants him served with breach of promise papers. Oh, come on, Donald, let's face it. I can't tell you who I'm working for. You know that. It ain't ethical.
It's not ethical to let yourself get picked up as easily as I picked you up either. But let it go. I don't suppose by any chance you know a man named Morris Flaherty.
Know him? I'd like to see one of his derricks fall on him.
Why so? What did he do to you?
A couple of days ago, I went out there to try and sell him some information. He had 3 of his men beat me up and throw me off the oil field.
Yeah?
What's with that look? Don't you believe me?
Who knows? You might be telling me you hate Mars Flaherty to keep me from thinking you're working for him.
I think you better get out of this car and let me drive away, Dollar. You're in a lot of trouble.
I don't think so.
Oh, you don't think so? I can have you pulled in for kidnapping.
If that's what you have in mind, then first you'd better get a few witnesses for yourself. Now, come on, suppose you calm down for a minute. If you really hate that guy, well, maybe we can make a deal.
If it's against him, I'll deal with him.
How much do you know about Flaherty?
My bookie's marked lousy from way back. He's promoted about 50 wells, and none of them ever happened. He's wild to hit oil. It's my guess that he's got a hunch that this is the big one. That's why I think his partner disappeared.
Yeah, what difference would that make? Even if his partner turned up dead, Flaherty would still have to split any profits with young Jefferson's estate.
Maybe not. I know they had a queer deal.
Well, who'd know about that deal besides Flaherty and Jefferson?
I don't know. But I do know one way of finding out what it is.
How's that?
Flaherty keeps all his papers in the safe in his office. I've even got the combination. We'll give it to you.
You keep it. Wilkins, I still don't know who you're trying to get even with, Flaherty or me. So what I'm going to do is give you half a break. Then I'll only be taking half a chance.
Yeah, then why don't you want the combination to the safe?
I don't need it. You're going to open that safe. Because you're going out there with me. Tonight.
Here. This window.
Okay.
Now, here. You handle the glass cutter.
Right.
Now, look. Here's what we do. I'll wet this suction cup. Get a grip on the glass, see? Now, you cut around the outside edge, and I'll lift the paint out in one piece.
Lesson number 1, straight from the burglar's handbook.
There's a little tap with the knuckle. That's it. Okay. All right, in we go.
You first.
Okay. Now, the safe is over here.
Get your fingers over that flashlight. For all I know, you might still turn out to be the local Paul Revere.
Yeah, that's right. I might. Here. You hold the light.
Thanks, I will. Go on, get to work.
All right. I'm as anxious to get this over with as you are. Give me a little more light, will you?
Okay.
There you are. All right, go to it.
You go to it. You reach in. And if your hand comes up with anything heavier than papers, I'll cream your skull.
Will you stop your worrying? Here. Nothing here. Nothing. No. All right, you got him, that's all.
Stay down there. I don't want to walk off with anybody's government bonds. Here. I got all I want. You put these back.
All right.
Now, close it up.
All right, now, come on. Let's get out of here.
Just a minute, Wilkins. I can have a good look at these papers.
You can look at them later. Come on, let's go.
Look, this I'll give you for free. And it's the difference between being a $4 a day private detective and a $10 one. What you've got printed in your memory, nobody can take away from you. So hold your horses while I take a look at this partnership agreement.
All right. But hurry up, will you? I got a couple of watchmen around here.
Yeah, here it is. Okay, let's go. You first. Okay, back to the car. Make it fast and easy. Get in. Over here. You drive. You know, Wilkins, I had a clammy feeling for a while back there that we weren't going to make it.
Don't go starting any celebrations. You didn't make it.
In just a moment, we will return to the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar. But first, and Young Truly, Johnny Dollar to Bing, Gary Cooper, and Young Gary this Wednesday. Now we return to Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Edmund O'Brien.
There I was, wearing a gun muzzle for a back collar button. My left leg picked up the nervous vibrations of my front seatmate, Philip Wilkins. Mars Flaherty in the back seat was so close I could almost identify the brand of the bourbon he'd been drinking.
I suppose you got what you went into the office after, huh?
I not only got it, I memorized it, and it makes you look bad.
Yeah, then I don't have to explain to you why I don't want you two guys or the paper running around town on the loose.
Well, it's a corporate paper. That means it's on file somewhere. So what difference does it make?
Start the car.
Where are we going?
To my house. Go ahead, get going.
Okay, Wilkins, you better roll. What's at your house?
The reason that paper makes a difference right now. The guy you came here looking for showed up.
Alec Jefferson, where is he?
He's where we're going. My place.
Well, and I guess maybe my employers have got nothing to worry about.
Nothing but paying off on his life insurance. Alec Jefferson's dead. Here, Dollar, here's the key. To open the door. Stand next to him, Wilkins. Close. The light switch is on your right. There's your boy, Dollar.
Died young, didn't he?
Yeah, the thing is, it looks like he died in my house. Now, what do I do now?
If you're putting on an innocent act, you're doing pretty good, Flaherty. How's the rest of it go?
I've been around killings before, so I know how the rest of it goes. The cops take one look at this, they grab me, and before that happens, I got some work to do.
So have I been around killings before. And I know how the rest of your story goes. You came into your house and you found him. Somebody hit Jefferson over the head with that piece of firewood to get rid of him and make you look guilty. You're being framed.
Huh?
The next chapter reads you've got 8 witnesses to prove you were at a church social at the probable time of death.
That's the way I wish it read, but I haven't got any witnesses. I've been on the loose out in the hills ever since I saw you this morning.
Oh, yeah? What are you, a nature lover?
An oil man. In my racket, you never stop sniffing. When I came back and found him here, I headed it for the office. I wanted that paper you got out of the way for the time being.
Would that gun of yours object if I looked the body over?
Help yourself.
Thank you.
Any idea how long he's been dead, Dollar?
Oh, hard to tell. Feels like quite a while. Could have happened before I met you.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Hey, Flaherty.
Huh?
You ever see this before?
Well, what is it?
An earring?
No, let me see that.
Yeah, hands off. Don't touch it. That's another $4 detective move. You don't touch evidence. You draw a mental picture of it. What are you trying to do? Involve yourself or uninvolve a client? How about it, Flaherty? Do you have any idea who that earring belongs to? Maybe one of the dames on that list you gave me, huh?
I wish I could get away with lying to you, Dollar, but I don't think I'm in a position to try. It belongs to Ada.
Oh? Jefferson's wife?
Not legally.
What do you mean?
I married her in Mexico in 45. She must have liked the scenery. She took Jefferson down there and went through a ceremony with him 2 weeks ago.
Without divorcing you?
That's right.
You guys really turned out to be partners. Now, about that earring. How do you know it belongs to Ada?
Well, it's one of a set I bought for her about 6 months ago. Well, I might as well tell you. They'd find out anyway.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't suppose you're in the mood to let me do what I want to do.
What's that?
Call the police.
No, not yet.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. With this piece of evidence that just turned up, you're wasting your time holding on to us. What you should be doing is getting to Ada before she flies the coop. That would really fix you up.
Sure would.
I don't want to see her get loose any more than you do.
Then I guess we better go pay Ada a visit.
All you got is one lousy earring, and if you think I'm going to stand here and listen to you try to pin a murder on me, you're nuts. Mars never bought me anything. He never gave me any earrings.
How about it, Flaherty?
That's too bad, Ada. If I thought there was a chance to help you, I would. But your earring was laying right there on the floor next to his body.
Why, you oily monster, you. What are you trying to do to me? Why, if anybody had reason to kill Alec, you did, you miserable thief.
Now, wait a minute, Ada. Don't make yourself look worse by throwing a lot of accusations around. I know about the contract between Alec and Mars. In case of death, the survivor gains full control of the oil field. But a good piece of evidence will beat out a good piece of motive in any court in the country, and you've got both working against you.
Get out of here. You don't know what you're talking about.
I think I do. Knowing about that agreement, you married both these guys. Those Mexican marriages are just weak enough to help you beat a bigamy rap if it came to that, and just strong enough to help you collect if either of your husbands died. Your next move would be to divorce the one that was still living and take advantage of the California community property laws.
Oh, you've got it all figured out, haven't you?
Well, not quite. I haven't figured out why young Jefferson went to all the trouble of dropping out of sight and then showed up to get himself murdered.
I think I can tell you.
It was about time you told us something.
I was working for Alec Jefferson. That's why I couldn't tell you, Dollar. I was getting paid to help him stay out of sight and keep my eye on these two. The contract had him worried. But when I uncovered the bigamy and told him about it, he decided to go to Flaherty and try and straighten it out, man-to-man basis.
You know that, Ada?
No. I don't know anything about anything.
That's a lie. I was with him this morning when he called you. He told you he was going out there. You had plenty of time to get out there and wait for him.
You can't get away with it. You can't prove anything. Now get out of here!
Not before I... Never mind the gun, Flaherty. I got her.
No, let me go.
Hey, none of that. Around you go. That's better. Yeah, much better. Now, come on, Angel, across the room. Well, Flaherty, don't you think I'd better call the police now?
I'm afraid there's nothing else to do.
Okay, then you hold her.
You put your hands on me. You dirty filthy...
Get me police, operator. My name is Dollar. I'm calling from apartment 3C, Horizon View Apartment, Sunset Strip. I've got a murderer here for you. It's out in Newhall, but that can wait. Well, dead bodies usually do, but you never can tell about a killer. Well, that's it. You got a good tight hold on her, Flaherty?
Yeah, I can handle it.
Good. Then handle this.
Are you nuts? What'd you do that for?
I wanted to keep him on ice till the police get here. Mars Flaherty is our boy.
What?
Come here, Ada.
What is it?
Wilkins, take a look at her ears.
What? I don't see nothing wrong with them.
Well, that's just it. That earring we found near the body, it was made for a pierced ear. Ada's aren't. She never could have worn it. Moral? If Flaherty had been a nice enough guy to buy jewelry for his wife when he had her, he wouldn't have bought the wrong kind of earring when he wanted to set her up as a patsy. The police traced his purchase of same to a Main Street pawn shop. But what really nailed him was the biggest switch of all. Since the murder weapon was a shaft of rough bark firewood, there were no fingerprints on it. But by the same token, there were weapon prints on Flaherty's fingers. A batch of tiny splinters under the skin. Inasmuch as my own girl furnished the practice which made me perfect on this case, I assume you will not be annoyed at my listing expense account item 3, $65, 1 pair gold earrings inscribed, "To Olga, with love." Item 4, $187.13, return transportation, Los Angeles to Hartford. Expense account total, $711, signed, yours, truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Paul Dudley and Gil Dowd, with music composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Edmund O'Brien can currently be seen starring in the Harry M. Popkin United Artists production, DOA. Featured in our cast were Michael Ann Barrett, Ed Max, and Tony Barrett. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. Be sure to join us next Tuesday evening when Edmund O'Brien returns in another transcribed adventure of
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Blizzards in the western states, floods in Texas, hurricanes in Florida, tornadoes in Louisiana. Wherever disaster strikes, the American Red Cross stands ready to lend assistance. The Red Cross helps victims not only at the terrifying moment when disaster strikes, but also in rehabilitation. This is just one of the many nationwide activities of the Red Cross. Give generously to its latest drive. Now stay tuned for the adventures of Philip Marlowe, which follows immediately on most of these stations. This is CBS, where yours truly, Johnny Dollar, meets adventure next Tuesday night, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The Hallmark Playhouse, which is heard during most of the year at this time on Thursdays, has nearly finished its summer vacation. Be with us when Hallmark Playhouse returns to CBS 4 weeks from tonight on September 7th. Now from Hollywood, it's time for Edmund O'Brien as
Johnny Dollar.
I'm glad you're in, Dollar. This is Barton, Chief Adjuster at Cosmopolitan All Risk. When can I see you?
I hope it doesn't have to be tonight. I'm ready for bed.
I'm afraid it does have to be tonight. I just got a call from a city fire inspector. There's a 4-alarm blaze in the Hartford Alliance building. We carry the fire policy.
Does Inspector phone you? Does he suspect arson?
More than that, they picked up the man who said it. That policy is for over $300,000. I'd like you to sit in while this guy makes a statement.
Okay, Barton, I'll meet you there.
Edmund O'Brien in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Cosmopolitan All Risk Insurance Company. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during investigation of the Hartford Alliance matter. Expense account item 1, $2.50 cab fare from my apartment to the scene of the fire.
Hey, Mark, can't you give us any more pressure?
I'm feeding 4 lines now. Sorry.
We have the chemical hose right over here, Woodruff.
There it is, Captain. Watch it there, mister.
Oh, yeah. Through here. We'll hit it from the third window there. Dollar. Hey, Dollar.
Right over here, Barton.
Hey, Barton, here. Oh.
Everything outlines against that place. I couldn't see you over here. Out of harm's way. Hey, that building was a bad risk. Is there any steel in it?
Yeah, maybe a little in the plumbing, but it's no worse than most in this neighborhood. Somebody's got to insure them.
Who owns it?
His name is Clarence Pickett. I don't know too much about him.
I understand the blaze started there in the ground floor corner office.
Yeah, that's right. The Hartford Alliance Loan Company. An off-duty policeman saw it start as he was driving by and then grabbed this kid as he was heading it down the alley.
A kid?
Yeah, about 19 or so. They took him down, but we can question him when they get through.
Then they're sure he's the one.
He was running away. Hey, look at that wall below the second floor window.
Yeah, I see it. Get out of there. Get back away from that wall. Leave the equipment. That's it. Come on!
Expense account item 2, $1.75 cab fare to police headquarters where I met Sergeant Broderick, the officer in charge.
This kid's a queer one. I don't know what you'll get out of him. He wouldn't even give us a name to book him under.
Nothing on him that would identify him?
Nothing. Must have stripped his pockets.
Well, the fact that he darn near killed a bunch of men might help loosen him up, huh?
I wish you luck. Yeah, this is it. You all ready, Martin?
I'm all loaded, yes.
We're going in to talk to him. When we finish, I'll bring him out. He'll be in front of me.
Right.
What's that for?
We'll get a photograph, snap one as he comes out the door. Can't get a halfway natural one any other way. Then we'll have it published and try to find out who he is. Go ahead. All right, son, get on your feet. These men want to talk to you.
It won't do you any good to talk to me. I don't want to talk about anything, and I won't.
Did you set that fire?
Yeah, I said it.
Why?
It doesn't make any difference why. I said it, and I'm ready to take anything that's coming to me.
Have you set any other fires?
If you mean am I one of those arson nuts, I'm not.
And why'd you set it?
Why do you keep asking me questions when I told you I wasn't going to answer any?
Your fire almost killed some men a few minutes ago. It may do it yet.
I didn't think about that. I'm sorry. I had to do it.
Why?
I can't tell you. Leave me alone.
Somebody hire you to do it?
It doesn't make any difference.
Why won't you tell us who you are?
Because I don't want you to know. I don't want anybody to know who I am. I don't want a trial or anything. I'll plead guilty to everything, to setting the fire and to killing firemen, everything. Just give me what's coming to me and leave me alone.
Let me see your hands.
Why?
Let me see them.
No. Hey, let go, will you? Let go.
Up, darling.
Well, that's all I want.
What was that for?
I wanted to find out what kind of a kid he is. He's not tough. His hands are clean, nails trimmed. There's a mark left by a ring on the third finger, left hand. Class rings, my guess. I've had enough for now, Sergeant.
Okay, we're turning him over to the psychiatrist in the morning. All right, son, on your feet. I'm going to put you to bed now. Come on. Keep moving. Hold it now.
Hey, give me that camera. You can't take my picture. What are you trying to do?
Calm down. Calm down.
Expense account item 3, $7. Transportation and general costs the next morning spent while running down the financial condition of Mr. Clarence Pickett, owner of the burned-out building. At 1 p.m., I looked for him at his home, and at 1:45, I found him viewing the charred remains of the Hartford Alliance building. Mr. Pickett?
Yes?
You were pointed out to me by one of the workmen. My name is Dollar. I'm working for Cosmopolitan All Risk.
And I suppose there's as trouble as I am over this. My office was right there, the corner one on the third floor.
That's right over the spot where the fire started.
Yes, so I've been advised. And I was reminded as to how many nights I've been working there at the hour it broke out. You haven't assayed the loss already, have you?
That's not my job, Mr. Pickett. I'm not an adjuster. I'm a private investigator.
Oh. Well, I suppose under conditions such as we find ourselves, it'd be reasonable to expect investigation. Who's that strange boy? And why did he do this thing?
You've seen his picture in the paper there. I was going to ask you if you knew him.
I? Well, of course I'd. What are your insinuations, young man?
Look, Mr. Pickett, the conditions, as you call them, are not at all clear. An insurance company feels it has a right to make plenty of insinuations when it's up against a fire of incendiary origin.
Go on.
I was able to learn this morning that financially, you are not a healthy man.
You rotten snoop.
You've taken some pretty heavy losses on the exchange in the past few months.
I've dealt in stocks, bonds, and property for a long time. When the day comes that I have to burn myself out to recoup my losses... Oh, go away. I don't want to talk to you any further.
I'm afraid it can't stop here. Will you come down to police headquarters and face that boy they picked up?
I will not.
Why won't you?
Because I have no reason to. I've never seen him, and I don't care to.
On the strength of your refusal, I think a court order could force you to.
You do that?
I certainly would. So you have nothing to lose by coming without one.
Very well, Mr. Dollar. And I'll see you choke on your own insults.
Sit down, Mr. Pickett. I want you to understand that this is routine procedure and in no way an accusation of any kind.
Oh, rot. A few words to whitewash a violation of my rights.
Help yourself to the desk chair, Dollar.
Thank you.
All right, Dr. Herbert. Will you bring the boy in now? Mr. Pickett, Mr. Dollar, our psychiatrist, Dr. Herbert.
How do you do, Doctor?
Gentlemen.
All right, son. Remember, this is serious. Now, have you ever seen this man before?
Yes, I have.
What?
Tell me who he is.
He owns the building. Hired me to set the fire.
Well, that's not true.
He gave me $50 and promised me 50 more.
Why, he's lying. I've never seen him before in my life.
Why would he lie?
Well, how should I know? Because he's insane. He's trying to use me to hide something else.
Son, where's the money?
I spent it. I didn't get the other 50.
These are bald-faced lies. It sounds like a scheme of the police. Well, it'll not be as easy as that. I'll not put up with it another moment. I'll seek counsel before I speak with you again.
I couldn't hold him. We can pick him up later. Either of you want any more with this one?
I'll see him later this afternoon.
Nothing for me right now.
All right, son, come on. We'll go back to that room and talk some more.
What do you think, Doctor?
There is a greatly troubled and very confused young man. I could do very little to help him. A psychiatrist needs cooperation. He fought me every moment of the consultation.
Think he was telling the truth about Pickett?
It's hard to say. It could be true. On the other hand, as a falsehood, it could be classed as one aspect of this tremendously strong desire to keep some secret hidden.
How would he know that Pickett was the owner of the building?
That would be quite simple. Newspaper was shown to him this morning in an effort to force him to reveal his identity.
That's right. There's still no key to who he is, eh?
None. I've learned only that he seems to be, well, should we say, a well-bred boy, fairly well-educated, who was tortured by something in the building that he feared and hated.
The fire started in the offices of the Hartford Alliance Loan Company. Do you think a debt that the boy couldn't pay off would be a strong enough motive to drive him to arson?
Unless it were a debt of shame. No.
Well, we have to start someplace. The loan company is a better lead than what we've had so far. Say, you sure the kid isn't making this up, that he's not a psychopathic?
The psychopath is only an emotionally immature individual. And two of us can say that we have reached emotional maturity, or what it is.
After hearing the doctor out to the bitter end, I knew no more about the arson case than I'd known before. Expense account item 4, $1.75, cab fare back to the ruins of the Hartford Alliance building. Only a guard from the fire department was there, and a workman who was busy in the same office I wanted to look over.
I wouldn't come in here if I were you. You'll get dirty and it isn't too safe.
I'll be all right.
What do you want?
Well, I got an okay from the guards out there. I'm an investigator working on this case.
Oh, go ahead then. This loan outfit hired me to bring out their stuff that isn't burned, but it's all mixed up with the stuff from upstairs. Caved in.
Yes, fires are a mess.
Yeah, the safe from up there fell through, and I can't tell one from another. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole floor came next, what's left of it. What are you looking for?
I don't know. What was upstairs?
An employment agency, from what I picked up. Maids and butlers and that kind of thing. There's the one safe, and that's the other. Can you tell them apart?
Why don't you take both of them out and open them?
Yeah, well, all right. Give me a hand then, will you?
Sure.
This one's almost covered up. Hey, what's that?
Sounds like a timber. Let's move.
Hey, there's stuff above.
Yeah, there's someone up there. Come on, this way. Come on. Hey! Hey, you up there! Hey!
highest standard of living, the highest wages, and the shortest hours. All this plus the time-honored guarantee of individual freedom. Where else will you find all these advantages but under our American economic system? Help to preserve that system. It has brought more benefits to more people than any other system ever devised. Now, with our star Edmund O'Brien, we return to the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Johnny Dollar.
This is Bart, Johnny. How do you feel this morning?
Oh, rotten. How about the workman?
Bad. Still unconscious, fractured skull, and something about his back.
Well, I guess I feel better than he does. Hey, Barton.
Yeah?
That cave-in was no accident.
What's that?
There was a man on the floor above us. It's one of the last things I remember. He was looking down at us, holding a crowbar.
Well, why didn't you say something about it yesterday?
I wasn't thinking straight. You don't after a crack in the head like that. But I began to remember last night.
Are you sure of this, Dollar?
I guess it'll be hard to prove. There were two safes in there. One from the Hartford Alliance Loan Company and the other from the Hartford Alliance Employment Agency. It had fallen through from the office above.
I don't get it.
I don't either. But we just decided to move both of them out because you couldn't tell them apart without looking at their contents. And that's when the roof fell in.
And you're trying to work out a connection.
Oh, I don't know. Say, what about the kid? Has he been identified?
Not yet. He still insists that Piggott paid him to set the blaze. Hard to prove, but I'm following it up.
I wouldn't build a case on it yet. I'll try some more coffee and aspirin, and when I can make it, I'll go down and talk to the kid again. What's the matter with you?
Oh, get out of here, will you?
I'd like to. I wish I'd never heard of you, much less seen you. But it's my job to clean this thing up. That means putting as much evidence as I can get into the hands of the people who hired me. So settle back. I might be working on you until you're middle-aged.
Pickett hired me. I told you that.
Speaking as an insurance man, I'd like to believe that's true. But I don't think it is. I think something in the building was behind that fire.
He paid me to do it.
And why would somebody try to kill a workman and me because we were pulling a couple of office safes out of the wreckage?
I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Pickett hired me.
What does the Hartford Alliance Loan Company mean to you?
Nothing. I don't know anything about it.
Or the Hartford Alliance Employment Agency?
It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Nothing does. I can't tell you anything. Leave me alone, will you? I can't tell you anything. Please, leave me alone.
That afternoon, his silence stopped paying off, and his picture in the paper started to. A woman phoned in to say that she thought she recognized him. And at 6 that evening, I was standing on her doorstep in the little resort village of Pine Orchard. Mrs. Landry?
Yes.
My name is Dollar. I talked to you after you phoned the police in Hartford.
Oh, yes, Mr. Dollar. Won't you come in?
Thank you.
It was just the strangest thing about the way I happened to see that Hartford paper. Nobody out here takes it, you know. But I went down to the drugstore to buy a movie magazine, and something just pulled my eyes to this paper, and there was Billy Brandon.
You're sure of it?
I've known him since he was a tyke. I worked for his people, you know. That was before Mrs. Brandon passed on 3 years ago. I can't imagine what could have got into Billy to be in such awful trouble.
Is his father still alive?
Oh, my, yes, a splendid man.
And they live here in Pine Orchard?
Only in the summer. They're from Chicago, but they have a huge estate here, loads of money. Mr. Brandon is in Florida fishing. Poor man, I don't suppose he even knows.
The police are trying to locate him.
Yes, I just don't know what to think of it. How could Billy cause his poor father such shame?
Mrs. Landry, do you know if there's anyone on the estate now that I could talk to?
Nobody that lives in. Mr. Meek, the gardener, lives just down the street. He told me just yesterday that woman they kept out there left her job without so much as locking up the house.
Who is she?
Their maid. An out-of-town girl. From your home, Hartford. Some employment agency sent her.
Employment agency?
That's what Mr. Meek told me.
Mrs. Landry, do you know if it was the Hartford Alliance Employment Agency?
Yes, that was it. It's their business, I suppose, but there are plenty of good girls right here in town.
Mrs. Landry, what was her name? Do you know?
No, I don't, but Mr. Meek lives just down the street. He'd know.
The name turned out to be Belle Muir. And with that information, I pried Sergeant Broderick loose from a friendly poker game after I'd gotten back to Hartford. I met him in the file room at headquarters.
Come on in, Dollar. We'll see what we can dig up. Now, give me your theory again, will you?
Well, according to your psychiatrist, young Brandon was afraid of something in that building. It would seem that somebody else was afraid to see one of the two safes leave.
How sure are you of that?
I saw a man pry the wall loose.
Did you identify him?
Probably not. I just caught a flash. But the fact that the Brandons had hired a girl from the agency sort of falls into place, doesn't it? Don't you smell blackmail?
We'll see. You want to check our files on the girl, right?
Both the girl and the manager of the agency, Benjamin Price.
What's her name again?
Belle Muir. M-U-I-R.
M-U... here it is. M-U... Yeah, here's a Muir. Adelaide. How's that for a record? Look at that. They never learn. Mullen. That's it. No more Muirs.
Can we try Price now?
Sure. Here's the mail file over here. P-R-I... Price... Adolph. Dollar. Benjamin?
Benjamin L.
Benjamin L. Yeah, here he is. What do you know about that?
What's on him?
1939, suspected of fraud, no indictment. 1944, suspected of receiving stolen goods, no indictment. Suspicion of fraud again in 48, no indictment.
What about young Brandon? Can I talk to him?
Won't do any good tonight. He's in the hospital under sedatives.
Oh, you can't help feeling sorry for him. At least I can. Especially if it's blackmail.
Yeah, I know. His father's due in tomorrow afternoon. Maybe he can do something with him. Well, I'll see if I can get authorization from the bunco detail to follow this through. Tomorrow, we'll look into that setup.
Do you care if I go ahead tonight?
Where are you going?
Belle Muir's.
Why start with her?
Couple of reasons. With a background of suspicions, but no indictments like that, Price must be smart. And I'd like her to talk to him before I do. Put him on guard and see what his next move will be.
Okay, Dollar. There's no way I can stop you. You've been lucky so far. Don't foul it up now.
Lucky? I'll trade you my headache for your poker losses any day. The discovery of Benjamin Price's name in the police file wasn't the only development to take place at headquarters. The desk sergeant had a message which he passed along just before I left. The workman who had been with me in the office when the wall had come down on us had died of his injuries. It wasn't just an arson case any longer. I found Belle Muir at home, in a ground floor apartment, low-income neighborhood. Her reaction when I introduced myself gave me nothing. She invited me in, apologized for some nylons drying on the back of the chair, and invited me to sit down.
I can't believe that Mr. Brandon would do such a thing. Why would he?
I think he was being blackmailed.
Oh, a nice young man like him. I don't think he'd ever do anything he could be blackmailed for. He's too nice.
Have you ever heard of anybody but people with nice reputations standing still for blackmail?
Oh, I can't believe it. And I don't understand about the fire. Why would he do that?
To try and stop the blackmailers. Now, you're the only connection we've found between the building and the Brandons. I'd hoped you could help us.
Help you? I don't know anything about it.
You got your job with the Brandons through the Hartford Alliance Employment Agency?
Yeah, I've been signed with them for over a year.
Is there any way they could have gotten a hold of any information they could use against the boy?
I don't see how. And I swear I don't know what it could be. Young Mr. Brandon was almost too nice, if you know what I mean.
No, just what do you mean?
Well, I've had trouble with some of these spoiled rich men's sons, but Mr. Brandon never looked twice at me. Listen, you don't think that I...
Why'd you leave your job so suddenly, Miss Muir?
I didn't. I'm still employed. But when his father ran off to Florida and young Mr. Brandon said he was going away, I didn't see any use cooling my heels in that place away from my friends.
Uh-huh, sure.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree, Mr. Dollar. They're all nice people in the agency, every one.
Mr. Price, the manager?
He's very nice.
He has quite a record of being questioned by the police.
I don't believe that.
It's true.
Well, I never would have suspected it. I don't know what to think of this, Mr. Dollar. I really don't.
I don't either, Miss Muir. I won't take any more of your time. Thanks a lot.
Well, anything I can do to help, please call on me.
I said I would and left the apartment. But I got back to her position outside her door in time to hear a phone dialed and a conversation that started, "He was here." Proof of blackmail is hard to get without the cooperation of the victim, which is also hard to get. But it looked more and more like that lay behind the trouble. The next morning, I decided to try my luck with Benjamin Price.
Yes?
Mr. Price?
That's right.
My name is Dollar. I'm investigating the fire in your building for the insurance company.
What do you want from me? I didn't light it.
It's funny you should say that.
Why?
Because in a way, I think you did.
You can suspect blackmail all you want. That's one thing. Making it stick is another.
I guess Belle won't be much of a witness against you, will she?
Best kind I can think of. We're going to get married. She's loyal. So why don't you drop it, Dollar? You won't get any place.
You feel a little different now than you did when we were moving your safe out of that building. You must have gotten rid of the evidence.
I don't get you.
Yes, you do. I saw you. Don't you remember? I yelled at you.
Don't be ridiculous.
The man who was with me, the workman, died yesterday afternoon. With a blackmail, it should work into a first-degree murder charge.
You're going pretty far, aren't you?
Not as far as the men from the police laboratory are going. They're looking for marks from a crowbar in that rubble that came down on us. And they're pretty good.
Watch where you talk this stuff up, Dollar. I'm warning you, I don't scare easy and I don't railroad easy.
And what are you worried about?
Watch where you shoot off your mouth. Now beat it. Go on!
I wish you hadn't gone to him, Dollar. You said yourself he was smart.
He is, but he's guilty, too. I recognize him, and he knows it. What about the father?
Well, he got in a little afternoon. He's a pretty important man in Chicago, an ex-public defender. Defense lawyer now with one of the biggest private practices there.
Sure, he would be.
Yeah, this is the room. We, moved him out of the ward. Mr. Brandon, this is Mr. Dollar from the insurance company.
How do you do?
Mr. Brandon?
Mr. Dollar, I understand that you've done a great deal of work on this situation, and I feel that it's fair to tell you that neither my son or I will make any kind of statement until we take the query under the fullest consideration.
That's all right with me, Mr. Brandon. I just left Benjamin Price.
You did?
Yeah. From his attitude, I take it that the basis of his blackmail is pretty strong.
Blackmail? I see no reason for that word to enter the conversation.
You're not in a courtroom now, Mr. Brandon. You're in a hospital room where your son has been kept under sedatives because of an almost complete nervous breakdown. Price is convinced that you'll sacrifice your son rather than give us proof that will clean this up. He threw that in my face.
Mr. Dollar, as an insurance investigator, what is your interest in this case at the moment?
Your son has tried to involve an innocent man. The company that hired me would be liable to slander if they try to build a case on his accusations. And you know the insurance companies.
I do, indeed.
I can promise you that we'll dig into your son's background and your background until we get the answers we want.
Dad.
Just a moment, Bill. If you let Price get through this one untouched, where do you think he'll stop, Mr. Brandon?
Dad, make him go. I can't stand anymore. I don't care about myself, but I don't
Bill,
want...
let me handle this. Mr. Dollar, you must realize that my son acted under severe emotional strain. Could I depend upon you to be a witness in his defense?
No, you couldn't. He started something that caused a man's death.
Dad, don't let him talk anymore. Just leave me alone and I'll take care of it. I've done it all right so far.
Sure, you've done a fine job.
Bill, I think it's gone far enough. It has to stop sometime.
But, Dad...
Dollar, my son was involved in a traffic accident in Chicago 2 years ago. He was drunk. A woman was killed. There was a witness, and I paid him to perjure himself in our favor. Bill was acquitted.
Price found out about that?
Yes.
How?
This man, well, his name isn't important now, continued to extort money from me. He phoned at the house in Pine Orchard, and the maid overheard. I didn't know Bill knew about it until today.
She didn't know I was there, and I listened to her talk about it. The first one was bad enough, but then with another one, I had to do something.
Did you make a payment to the maid?
No, somebody else. A man.
Did you recognize him?
Yes.
Would you identify him if we took you to him?
Yes.
The rest, as far as I was concerned, came 20 minutes later when Mr. Brandon, Sergeant Broderick, and I stood in front of Benjamin Price's door.
Well, Dollar, haven't you caused...
That's the man.
Who is this guy? What is this? Get out of here.
I think we better come in, Price.
No, you don't. I know my rights. You don't come in without a warrant.
We got a warrant.
What do you want in here?
All we want is you, Price. There's a men waiting outside who want to place you at the scene of the murder.
You can't do it. I wasn't there.
You'll have your chance to prove that if you can.
The men want to go through your apartment.
Why?
They look for traces of soot from the building. All they need is a speck or two.
Come on, Price. Let's talk it over.
Not me.
Oh, you know you don't, Price. That does it. Okay, pick him up, Dollar. Don't bother to be gentle. He won't care.
Expense account item 6, $40, miscellaneous. Item 7, $2.50 cab fare back to my apartment. I guess the company won't get far trying to avoid the payment of damages, but all of us might make a moral out of the matter. Maybe somebody has said it before. One sin begets another. In this case, the original conspiracy to perjure a witness parlayed to an arson indictment. The son, fraud and murder for Price and Belmure, and enough charges to put the father out of work for the duration. All I got out of it was a headache. Expense account total, $180. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Gil Dowd with music composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Edmund O'Brien can currently be seen starring in the Columbia Pictures production 711 Ocean Drive. Featured in tonight's cast were Hy Averback, Ken Christie, Raymond Burr, Gil Stratton Jr., Howard McNear, Ted Osborne, and Peggy Weber. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. There'll be a new adventure with Philip Marlowe, Raymond Chandler's famous private eye, on most of these same CBS stations this Friday night. Shrewd, hard-boiled, given to the wisecrack, Philip Marlowe will bring you a solid half hour of thrills Friday night on CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as...
Johnny Dollar.
Jim Morris, Johnny. You working on a case?
Founded Kentucky, yes, but not insurance.
Good. Will you go out to the West Coast for us?
Maybe. What is it? Murder, marine theft, arson, or something new?
It's nothing yet. Our manager in Los Angeles phoned this morning. A woman out there wants to buy a $200,000 policy on her life.
Well?
Oh, it's not that we don't want the business, but the sales agent doesn't want to take the responsibility of a deal that size. He thinks she's holding something back. We've decided to investigate.
How old is she?
I don't know. Why?
Well, I thought I'd ask. There's one kind of woman to investigate, you know, and then there's another. When do you want me to leave?
Edmund O'Brien, in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Great Eastern Life Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Nora Faulkner matter. Expense account item 1, $220 airfare and incidentals between Hartford and the Great East Building, Miracle Mile, Wilshire Boulevard, Los Angeles. The only apparent miracle was the fact that pedestrians crossed Wilshire constantly without getting killed.
We'll see you now, Mr. Dollar.
Thanks.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Dollar.
That's all right.
Let's see. Nora Tracy Faulkner. Here you are.
Thanks. 200,000 to go to her husband. How did it start, Mr. Snyder?
She phoned one of our salesmen, a fellow by the name of Nelson. He went out to her house. The address is there. And she told him what she wanted. He says he was counting his commission at first, but after he filled out the application, he began to wonder.
About what?
Her. She told him she planned on paying 6 months' premiums and wanted to know how soon the policy would be in effect. Acted unnatural, as he put it. I think we ought to find out about her.
I don't like this kind of thing. It's a blind search. I don't even know what I'm looking for. But I'll start on it in the morning, and I'll let you know how I come out. Expense account item 2, $3 cab fare. The usual way to start an investigation of this type is with the subject's neighbors. From the male faction, I learned that Nora Faulkner was beautiful and obviously above reproach. The female faction reversed that decision and reported that she lived with her husband and his mother, but hadn't been seen for the past few days. Realizing that mothers-in-law are fair sources of information, I put her next on my list. Mrs. Faulkner, the elder, sported short, iron gray hair, and her face told the story of an endless battle to hang on to youth.
Come into the drawing room, Mr. Dollar. I think we could be comfortable there.
Thank you.
I'll close the doors. You could see by the way that maid was eyeing you that she's an incurable pariah.
I didn't notice.
She's impossible. Well, what did you find out? Who is she seeing in Las Vegas?
I beg your pardon?
Nora, what did you learn? I'm her mother-in-law.
Oh, yes, I know that, but maybe you have me confused with someone else.
You want the detective? The maid announced you as an investigator.
I'm an insurance investigator, Mrs. Faulkner.
Well, then, you're not from that agency. Oh, well, this is embarrassing, to say the least. I hope you won't mention it to anyone.
Well, it's none of my business.
It's really nothing. It's a little game I play with Nora. Then I tease her about her little trips. Please sit down, Mr.
Dollar.
Of course. I feel so foolish, but my daughter-in-law was mentioned when you came in, wasn't she?
Yes, I did want to talk to you about her. To be quite honest, the company that hired me is a little uneasy about that $200,000 life insurance policy she applied for.
Nora applied?
Yes. You didn't know about it?
No, I didn't. Of course, she never tells me anything. Why would she do a thing like that? She's a clever woman. There must be a reason. Who's the beneficiary, Mr. Dollar?
Your son, Andrew.
I see. Then I would say it's one of her unexplainable maneuvers. An attempt to regain Andrew's trust and affection.
That's an odd thing to say.
Nora's a strange woman. I know her better than anyone else does. Yes, better by far than my son, her husband. I understand how she rushed him into marriage while he was in a highly emotional state after he'd been inducted into the army. He was just 19. That was in 1942. I know the gay life she led while he was living in foxholes overseas, And while he was convalescing here after the war...
Mrs. Faulkner, I realize that all these things seem very important to you, but...
Mother, Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you had company.
Come along, Andrew. You were told that I had company, and you know it. This is Mr. Dollar, Andrew, from an insurance company.
How do you do?
Mr. Faulkner?
Andrew, why do you keep things from me?
What do you mean?
Mr. Dollar is from an insurance company. Surely you know what I mean.
No, I don't.
Nora's new insurance policy.
Why don't you explain what you're talking about, Mother?
Nora applied for a $200,000 life insurance policy. You are to be the beneficiary. Didn't she tell you?
She hasn't said anything about it yet.
Of course she hasn't. There are a number of things she hasn't told you. I warned you before.
Mother?
Now, don't be angry with me, Andrew.
Then please leave.
As you wish, Andrew. You know that everything I do is or say is for you.
Then leave.
All right, all right. Please control your temper.
I'm sorry about this, Mr. Faulkner.
So am I. Is it true about the policy?
About the application, yes.
I don't understand it. I don't understand Nora. I never know what she's thinking. I blame it on Mother, her prying and suspicion. I blame it on that Star woman.
Who?
Nora doesn't think for herself anymore. She doesn't do anything or go anyplace unless this dame tells her to.
Who's this?
Oh, a spook, psychic, Madame Star. That's where this insurance idea came from. For a price, she'll tell you if Nora's a good risk or not.
Where can I find her?
Out toward Inglewood someplace. She runs a classified ad in all the evening papers.
Thanks. I'm sorry to have caused you this. I really am.
Oh, well, it's not your fault. Whose fault is it? Maybe everybody's.
It was obvious after meeting Andrew Faulkner and his mother that the application for the policy wasn't the only unusual element in the matter. But on instruction from the company's Los Angeles manager, I continued my investigation. Expense account item 3, $450, transportation to the address of Madame Star, a one-story frame house with heavily draped windows and a sign outside that advertised advice.
Good afternoon, sir.
Madame Star?
That is right.
I come in?
All are welcome here.
This can't be classed as one of your regular consultations, but I'll pay you for your time.
That is generous of you. What advice do you wish?
I'd like to know why Nora Faulkner was so anxious to buy a big policy on her life.
Who are you?
You mean you don't know?
I claim no powers as medium. I'm not psychic. I only offer advice. Some of those who listen are helped. What advice do you want?
I told you. Nora Faulkner has been coming here?
She has. She's in great need of advice. More intelligent advice than I could give, perhaps. But I try to help her.
By telling her to buy insurance?
Nora Faulkner's life these last few years has been lived under severe mental strain. I advised a search for inner truth, among other things.
Yeah. What about the insurance policy?
Mental torment resulted in physical failings. I advised tonics, vitamins.
Why are you evading the insurance?
She wanted a more tangible protection of her life.
Protection?
She felt it in danger.
Why?
I have said enough.
She's in Las Vegas, I understand. Where's she staying?
You go there?
I don't seem to be able to get anything but double talk here.
Everybody has a reason for caution. There is Flamingo Hotel. She's there.
How much do I owe you?
Nothing. I've given you no advice. What I would advise, I have no right to say. Good afternoon, sir.
Well, I suppose you have to be mysterious.
Good afternoon, sir.
Expense account item 4, $450, return trip to my hotel. Item 5, $370, cab fare to an airport in Burbank. And item 6, $19.90, round trip to Las Vegas by way of Western Airlines excursion coach. My seatmate turned out to be not only a tourist consultant, but a wit.
Your first trip to Las Vegas?
No, I've spent a little time there.
Great town. Greatest resort I've ever seen. You like to fish?
Well, I used to. I Don't have much time for it now. Always going to start again, you know how it is.
But start on Lake Mead, believe me. Why, they got bass in that lake. Now, look, the last time I was there, 2 of us went out. I'd broken my rod. Nothing but a stump. But I put a paper clip on the end and
Excuse me, sir, what is your name?
Huh? Oh, Esmond. Harry Esmond.
Thank you, and your name, sir?
Dollar, Johnny Dollar.
Thanks.
Dollar!
Yeah, and I know what's coming.
Name like that, a place like Las Vegas, you might be going in the right direction, brother.
Sometimes I wonder. Except for Mr. Harry Esmond, it was a smooth trip. We eased onto the big desert strip, boarded waiting limousines, and 10 minutes later I walked into the lobby of the Flamingo Hotel.
Mr. Gostein, please. Long distance.
Yes, sir? My name is Dollar. I have a reservation.
Long
Oh, just a
distance.
moment, please.
Yes, sir. You signed the register.
All right. You have a Mrs. Andrew Faulkner staying here, or Nora Faulkner?
Nora Faulkner. Sheriff Wood.
What's the trouble, son?
Mr. Dollar just registered. He asked for Nora Faulkner.
Oh, he did, huh? Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Dollar. You may want to talk to her, but she don't want to talk to you or anybody else. She can't.
What's the matter?
She must have had her dinner outside the main dining room. She's in the hospital. She's been poisoned.
We'll return you to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. But first, the show that dares to name names, dates, places, and the crimes involved. That's Gangbusters, which you hear every Saturday night on most of these same stations. Gangbusters has been hailed nationwide as a great anti-crime series, for the men who tell you how to smash crime are police chiefs, sheriffs, and other law enforcement officers from America's cities and towns. Each Saturday, Gangbusters brings you a new case taken from police files, showing you how a criminal was brought to justice. Often the police officer who headed the chase narrates the story. Be listening for Gangbusters this evening and every Saturday evening on CBS, The Star's Address. Now, with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return you to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
After a look at my card and an explanation of my mission, Deputy Sheriff Wood told me the rest of what he knew about Mrs. Nora Faulkner's poisoning, which to date wasn't much. There was no proof of how she'd gotten the poison dose, and the last time he'd seen her, she'd been too ill to talk. She was under her care of a personal physician who had accompanied her from Los Angeles. By the time he had finished, we were at the emergency hospital and approaching her room.
I went through the usual rigmarole of notifying next of kin. Her husband wasn't in, but somebody said she was his mother and then fainted on the phone.
She would.
I expect her to be flying in here on her own wings any minute now. Is it?
Yes? Oh, Sheriff.
This man's an insurance investigator, Dr. Brooks. Meet Mr. Dollar.
Hello.
An insurance investigator? I'm afraid I don't understand.
Well, I was looking into an insurance policy she wanted to buy.
Oh, I see.
How is she?
Resting as comfortably as can be expected.
Has she said anything about the poisoning?
Yes, but I'd rather you heard it from her. Won't you come in?
Thanks. After you, Sheriff?
Sure, I'll tag along. Make it look official and learn how you city boys operate.
Who is it, Peter?
These men want to talk to you, Nora. I want you to tell them exactly what you told me.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Please, Nora.
All right. I couldn't stand it any longer. I didn't want to go on. I wanted to die.
You took the poison, Mrs. Faulkner?
Yes. Not because I'm a coward. Because there's nothing about life that I don't hate. I don't want any more of it.
Where is the poison?
I destroyed it.
Destroyed it? Why should you do that?
I don't know. How can you expect me to know why I did little things at a time like that? I don't know. Peter, please, I don't want to talk anymore. I don't want to talk anymore.
I think we'd better let her rest.
I'm not sure her story rings true. How well do you know her, Doctor?
Quite well, Mr. Dollar. She's been my patient for over 2 years. Her life's been very unhappy. You find it hard to believe that the poison was self-administered?
Yes, I do.
Why would she lie to protect someone who attempted to kill her?
I don't know, but suicides don't do things like destroy poison.
Or take it when they know room service is on the way up to their room with a meal. That's a downright waste of everybody's time.
The waiter did find her, didn't he? I hadn't thought of it. Good Lord.
What?
The vitamin tonic she was taking. The dose included one before her evening meal.
Tablet form, or is it liquid?
It's a liquid Hatico.
And the poison could have gotten to her that way. Where is it?
Back at the hotel in her room. Do you want it?
I think it should be analyzed.
I can get it up to the lab in Carson City tonight by plane.
All right. I'll show it to you. I think she kept it in the medicine cabinet. I'll look. Yes, here it... Oh, the devil.
What happened?
Clumsy fool. Sorry, I dropped the bottle.
The wash basin's a bad place to drop evidence, Doctor. Sheriff, can we save enough of this stuff? It's going down the drain.
Don't need much. I can scoop some up with my knife. I'll find something to put it in.
An aspirin box would do. Here, I'll hold it. Watch that broken glass.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. If the Hatico does contain the poison, I imagine my position won't be bettered. But it was an accident.
Neither the sheriff nor I reacted to that. We retrieved enough of the liquid for tests and went back to the lobby. 2 men were waiting for us near the desk.
How's it stacking up, Woody? Well, got a real civilized mystery on our hands, Nev. This is Mr. Dollar, Max Lewis and Nev Gilbert.
Hello.
How do you do? These boys help run the place when it isn't running them.
What happened to Mrs. Faulkner, Dollar?
Well, she says she tried to kill herself, but the signs make it look like somebody might have slipped the stuff to her.
Going to be all right?
Seems to be.
We'll send her flowers in the morning, Max. Remind her. Yeah.
I'll go get this tinned evidence on a plane, Dollar. See you in the morning.
Fine, Sheriff.
If the boys here will take care of you. If you aren't careful, that is. I'll see you later.
You pay for breakfast tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Mr. Schiller. Mr. Schiller, please. Long distance.
I'll get that phone call for Abe. He's taking a nap. Give Dollar everything he wants. That's it, Dollar. The place is yours. You want to start with a drink?
That's the best suggestion today.
Come on, there's a bar in the mural room.
It's a good crowd.
It's only 10. You won't really pile in until later. Sit down. I just soon stand.
Thanks, I will. I'm beat. How are you, Mr. Lewis?
Fine, Jim.
Make mine double, will you? Not much soda. The usual for you, Mr. Lewis?
Yeah, and don't be good to me. I've got a long night.
I got you. This is a beautiful spot. Who's quartet?
Chewy Ray. He's at the piano. I hope you can come back for pleasure sometime.
Yeah, so do I. Say, what do you know about this Nora Faulkner?
Nothing. I've noticed her. I've seen her in the casino.
She seems to be the type you would notice. Did she gamble much?
I don't know how much, but we can find out. Come on. There's Joe Rosenberg, our credit manager. He'll know. Hi, Max. This is Mr. Dollar, Joe. He's here looking into this Nora Faulkner business. He wants to know how much she gambled.
Oh, sure. I looked at her card right after I heard what happened. She signed to get a $500 check cash, so that's all she got.
What do you mean, sign for it, Joe?
That's our deal here. You put down what you think you're going to need, and that's all you can get.
We don't want our customers getting hurt.
Take you, for example. Keep them in cold, sober, and cash a check for $200. Then, a few hours later, with a flout under your belt and the $200 gone, you come back to me and say you got to have another $200 because you're going to break the joint. But you don't get it because we want you to wake up just hungover, not bankrupt.
And all she had was $500.
Right. She's been here 3 days. She didn't look like she'd get into trouble over an amount like that.
I guess not. But she was in trouble. That's the safest bet in the place. It began to look as though I was in the wrong place to find a motive for attempted murder. I talked to a dealer who remembered her, a bartender, and a couple of waitresses who linked her with Dr. Brooks, but none of their statements led to anything. And then, a little past midnight, Andrew Faulkner and his mother arrived. I met them just inside the main entrance.
Oh, Mr. Dollar, I didn't expect to find you here.
The insurance company wanted me to follow it through.
What has happened, Mr. Dollar?
Your wife will recover.
Oh, but they told me on the
phone. She was discovered in time, and they got her to a hospital.
Oh, I'm so relieved. We haven't been friendly, but when they called, I can't tell you how shocked I was.
You've seen her? Yes, I've seen her, but you won't be able to until morning.
What did she say? How does she explain this?
She said she hated life and didn't want any more of it.
I see. I suppose she mentioned me.
She didn't mention anybody.
Not even her doctor?
He was with her.
Yes, I should imagine he would be. Well, I am relieved. Scandal and difficult decisions to come notwithstanding. What is your room number, Andrew, dear?
302.
And I'm in 117. In case you need us for anything, Mr. Dollar.
I don't think I will, Mrs. Faulkner. I'll probably see you in the morning, and I hope you have a good rest. It was 2 a.m. when I went to my room. In spite of a number of rye and sodas and an exhausting day, I took a shower and some deep inhalations of desert air before I began to unbend. I propped myself up in bed with a magazine and was almost asleep when my phone rang. Johnny Dollar.
The long arm of justice, Dollar.
Oh, yeah, Sheriff.
I'm back at the hospital. There's been more trouble. The Faulkner girl's been shot.
Shot? Is she alive?
Not quite half alive, I'd say. They're trying to bring her around now. I'll see if we can get a statement. I want you to come over.
Sure, I'll be right there.
She's gone, Dollar.
Is that all?
She was conscious for a minute or so. She named her husband.
How did it happen?
It wouldn't have if it wasn't for that personal physician of hers. He'd been in the hospital room tonight. The light was on. He went out to get some coffee, he says, and the husband came in.
Where's Dr. Brooks now?
In her room. Might as well hear what he has to say. Faulkner went through the window there, getting out.
Bad night, Doctor.
Yes, a bad night. Sheriff would tell you.
I want for him to hear it from you. He wants the insurance angle. All I want's to kill him.
Well, he'd threatened to kill her and said nobody'd suspect him because he loved her.
And she wanted insurance to set up a motive.
She hoped to frighten him, to make him think that people would suspect that he killed her for that.
Why didn't you tell us these things?
I didn't know. She told me the truth after I'd come back from the hotel. I told her you were sending the hedicle to the laboratory. She said she didn't want to press, that it wasn't his fault, that his mother had driven him to it, that she wanted to give him another chance. And he had that chance.
How did he arrange it? I saw him in the morning in Los Angeles. He'd have to be here.
She said he was for a short time, in the afternoon. Then he flew back. A detective had found out that I was here with her.
And that was Mother's work, too.
He evidently arranged the poison when she refused to go home with him. He was deranged, a war casualty. Nora was terrified of him, but still she defended him. She's dead because she had a blind hope that the poison attempt would do something to him, that he'd get better and understand what his mother was... I'm sorry, gentlemen.
Yeah, you should be, Doc.
If you'd phoned us when you got her story, she wouldn't be dead.
But I didn't know.
I've had enough, Sheriff.
I didn't know he'd come back.
I'm going back to the hotel.
I've got the airport covered. I'll call out some more men. We'll pick him up. Why don't you meet me in my office in 20 minutes? This kind of thing I'll leave to you outsiders. We haven't had much experience with this stuff. Did you talk to the mother?
Yeah, I talked to her. She admitted a lot of lies. She wanted to get the girl away from her son, but couldn't understand how he could have done this. Well, how do we find him?
We sit here and wait. Las Vegas is a bad place to get away from. There's one highway in and one highway out, and I've got roadblocks on both.
No other roads?
Oh, there's some roads. But this is the desert. He can try 'em, but he'll find out that roads are like everything else on the desert. They go so far, and then they get tired and stop because they ain't getting any place.
And we wait for a radio report.
It might take some time, but it'll come. A lot of things to fight out here. Outside of town, you couldn't get a drink for $1,000. It's so dry. One old-timer they tell about got hit by a drop of water, and they had to pour a bucket full of sand in his face to bring him to.
What time is it?
7:30 a.m. Even today, that sun's going to be hot enough to fry a steak. If he don't come back, it'll be because he can't make it.
Oh, come on, stop it, will you?
You know, they tell about a coyote chasing a jackrabbit. Coyote was starving to death, and the jackrabbit knew it, but it was so hot they were both walking.
Sure.
By noon, this killer of yours will be willing to crawl into the electric chair to cool off.
I didn't believe him until just afternoon. Then the report was not by way of radio. We got a phone call from the railroad section house southwest of town. A stranger fitting our description had been seen.
Hello, Sheriff.
Hi, Ben. Where is this thing you talk about?
Well, my kids sneaked up on him. They tell me he went into a drain culvert under the tracks a mile down.
You want to help?
No, thanks. They say he's got a gun.
Nope, that's it. Couple of you men cover the other side of the tracks.
Okay,
Now, that first wash feeds into the culvert. We'll stay next to the embankment. This is close enough for now. You give him a yell. He may remember you.
I'm trying. Faulkner, this is Dollar. Come on out, Faulkner. He's off his nut, Sheriff. I don't think he's coming out.
Yeah, well, you keep yelling. I'm going to move over there where I can get a sight into that pipe. Maybe that'll change his mind.
Faulkner, come on out. There are men on each side of the tracks. There's no place for you to go. Sheriff?
I'm all right. Come on out of there, Faulkner. I don't want to blow you out, but if you don't put down your gun and come out on your own, I'll have to. All right. Okay, boys, stand clear on the other side of the tracks. Faulkner?
You don't expect an answer, do you, Sheriff?
No, guess not. Poor cuss. Who carried his life insurance, you know?
Expense account item 5, miscellaneous, $200. Item 6, same as item 1, transportation back to Hartford. Expense account total, $1,120.40. Remarks? Mrs. Faulkner collapsed when she received the news. She hadn't recovered by the time I left, and I was glad I didn't have to face her again. Her son was guilty in fact, and I'd seen him killed because of it. That was bad enough. But not as bad, I thought, as watching her start life again, alone and knowing that the guilt was really hers. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Gil Dowd with music by Wilbur Hatch. Edmund O'Brien's latest picture is the Paramount Pictures production Warpath. Featured in tonight's cast were Parley Baer, Jeanette Nolan, Herb Butterfield, Lee Patrick, John Daner, Tim Graham, Virginia Gregg, Wilms Herbert, Victor Perrin, and Clayton Post. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. This is Dan Cubberly inviting you to join us next week at this time when we will again bring you Edmund O'Brien as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Are you ready to sing it again tonight? You'll find a whole hour full of the day's popular music sung by Alan Dale, Bob Howard, Judy Lynn, and the Riddlers. The Phantom Voice is a puzzler, but some CBS listener will win $5,000 in cash. Now stay tuned for Von Monroe's Caravan, which follows immediately on most of these same CBS stations. This is CBS, where you laugh with Lucille Ball and my favorite husband on Saturday nights, the Columbia Broadcasting System.